Were you in there in the bathroom when he came running in and pulled his pants down through him to the ground?
Yeah, I've seen him throw his pants to the ground.
Yeah. I built this thing from the bottom, they tore it down, I rebuilt it. I give myself a task, you can bet your ass I fulfill it. Yeah, man, I'm talking about Willis, one of the realest to try.
63, podcast 63.
Pulling the Thread podcast 64. John and Scully. We have a guest here. What do you want to be called now? Uncle Lance?
Uncle Lance is fine.
Steve?
Lance?
Steve from Facebook? Craigslist. That's right. It's not.
It was Craigslist.
It's
Steve
not
from
Facebook.
Craigslist.
The old breakfast videos.
Answering ads.
Why not?
Were you in there in the bathroom when he came running in and pulled his pants down through him
Yeah,
to
I've
the ground?
seen him throw his pants to the ground.
Yeah.
Are you my uncle?
I've seen him throw his pants to the ground.
Sebastian in there on the way to Blade Show.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
Speaking of Blade Show, do you want to go to Blade Show?
Where?
In Atlanta.
They have like 40 of them
I
now.
know they have 40 of them, but the Atlanta is in June.
What does go to Blade Show look like?
I don't know.
You mean like attend Blade Show?
I don't know what that means for you. I have been invited to work a booth.
Whose? Strider?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And Josh was like, ask John if he'll come.
And work the booth?
I don't know what he
If he lets me take care of his emails, I will come do the booth. I will answer
emails while you're at the booth.
while I'm at the booth.
I'm sure he would love that.
Because he voted. He's like, hey, why don't we just let John handle these people? And Mick's like, we can't do that.
Why? You know, it'd be neat if they would let you do that just at the show and then come out later with an apology about how the website was hacked.
We don't know who he was.
Yeah, it was hacked and
That'd
shit.
be awesome.
We're very sorry for any inconvenience that you had to deal with.
I might go in. Yeah. Like just a 10 Blade Show again? Yeah, I'd be interested in that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted me to ask you. I keep forgetting. This was the perfect
Tell him
opportunity.
he owes me a fucking swordfish.
A swordfish? A whole swordfish?
Yeah. He told me it was crated up and everything.
Oh, I bet he does have it.
He has
Dinosaurs. I know.
Yeah, real dinosaur. But he has in the warehouse. He's like, oh, don't buy that bullshit swordfish. I'm like, I already bought it. He's like, look, and there's like 13 of them, huge fucking.
Yeah.
His family was one of the last people that was still doing skin off, where they'd use the actual bill and the tail and the sail and everything. And he's got them sitting there, man. He's got a bunch of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
Oh, I don't know. Set it next to the other 4 in there. We'll just
by the
flip through them to look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang it in here probably. Buy a building big enough to put it in. I don't know. I just like weird stuff. I think I'm doing good.
I think you're at the top of the food chain.
So
You're doing good because you like weird stuff?
no, I'm doing good at the weird stuff collecting.
Oh, yeah, you do have some weird stuff.
So what do we need to know this week? Anything happened?
Unanimous decision that the states can't take Trump off the ballots.
They still gonna do it.
No, it's a unanimous decision. Like they have no.
Did you see how they tried to write it and make it sound all fucking obscure?
Even Colorado was like, no, we're gonna have to put Trump on the ballot. Like unanimous decision. And the funny part about it is this is how bad that side is, right? If you are a liberal and you're on that side, you are going to burn in hell. Keith Olbermann, like they tell you what they're about whenever they're mad. Like whenever they get mad, whenever they don't get what they want, they tell you exactly who they are. Keith Olbermann came out and said that the female liberal justices on the court are fucking useless.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking useless. And so again, think about it. If that was anybody on the red side, if it was any Republican that said that about those female justices, they would immediately have been fucking woke choked.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
Yep.
Who is Olbermann?
He's a turd. Like Keith Olbermann he's a news media outlet guy for CMNBC or CBMN, whatever that stupid Rachel Maddow network is.
Defunct.
But again, you can't wave the flag and then as soon as you don't get what you want, be talking about how the flag sucks.
Right. Look at Me Too and everything too. You know, that's what they do.
I use that hashtag all the time still.
Me Too.
Hashtag Me Too.
Me too. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the big one that Trump is on the ballot, and the way the liberal media has written it is not anything that the justices actually discussed. It was all about the 14th Amendment and how the states can't use the 14th Amendment for this. They specifically said that Trump can be prosecuted.
Yep.
You could prosecute
That's going to
Trump.
be the next thing.
They can't. I mean, here's the thing. Think about it. They've been at this for 6 years. 6 years. They have been trying to prosecute him for 6 years. If they had something, they would have already got him.
So the new term.
So anything that they any revelation that comes out in the near future is purely the Tonkin Gulf conspiracy. It's bullshit. It's not going to be real. So I mean, something that you may have noticed or people may have not noticed is think about this. Just recently, we had a complete AT&T blackout.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
A complete AT&T blackout that for some reason everybody's like, oh, we don't know how that happened. It just happened. And just recently they had a mass blackout on social media
Yesterday.
networks. Yeah. That's all, again,
All of Meta
exactly what I said yesterday. Or
on Super Tuesday.
what I said the other day when I was here is they're prepping the battlefield.
Right.
They're prepping the battlefield. They're prepping everybody to be ready to, like, if you don't think that all that shit is going to crash during election season, you're completely wrong.
Where do you think the battlefield is?
Well, this next war will start in cyberspace, right? It'll start because that's unfortunately for the elites or the people in Silicon Valley. They believe that that's where the battle will be won in cyberspace, but it's not going to be. That's what's going to start the war. But as soon as we start going to physical blows, cyberspace is really not going to mean shit because everybody already believes that it's all fake. So even if you are going to project something that is legit or you're going to project something that's not legit, the assumption is it's already not real. So I'm not going to base my decision off of what you are putting on here. I'm going to base my decision on what I already hold dear. And that it may be the wrong decision, right? It may be, I may be completely wrong, but I certainly can't trust anything that's on here. So those people that think that they're going to win the war through choking out information or creating information, they're not.
Do you think that infrastructure is even going to still remain at that point?
That's what I'm saying. It works. It works as long as we're comfortable. Meaning there are narratives that are being pushed right now that are narratives that have bubbled up to the top, whether that's the Me Too narrative or that's the
don't you think they'll just
woke
turn
narrative.
They're going to turn the internet off?
No.
You don't think so?
No, they're going to use the internet to try and they're going to use the internet and these devices to try and manipulate what you think about a certain subject.
Instead of dropping pamphlets.
No different than no different than what they're doing now.
So you see the power staying on,
but a larger scale. Yeah, it's not in their interest to lose control of the device. Now, you have to know how to turn it off in case you lose control. Right? Meaning I have to know how to turn this off. I have to know from a big picture, right? Prepping the battle space is I need to know how I can shut AT&T down in case.
Well, apparently they know.
And you have to, it's one of those things. I need to know how I can shut it down. I need to know, will that work? And then how I can turn it back on. Because if the side that they don't like starts using this device in order to coordinate and make things happen, they have to be able to shut it down.
Which has happened everywhere during the color revolution. Everywhere it was happening.
And so that's part of all this is they have to figure out how to manipulate. They have to figure out how to manipulate and shut it down in case they lose control of it. But then they're also going to use it to push the information that they want you to believe, right? Whether it's, something silly like Joe Biden got 80 million votes, or they have to still have that thing still in your pocket beeping, so you look at it and go, oh my God, they just arrested everybody in Washington D.C. who was protesting the election.
Not only that, when you're a POI, they can fucking target that thing.
Yeah, they can target it. Yeah.
A lot of gas leaks going on. Have you heard the new threat to democracy is the rural Republican racist?
Yes, of course. Yeah. It's so funny that the people who are so worried about democracy are the ones that are trying to shut everything down that has to do with democracy.
Well, democracy is their code word for. I mean,
they're Nazis. They're basically they're fascists. They're socialist fascists that want to control your thought, everything you do, and if that is outside their idea of what should be done, then you should be crushed.
When was the Treaty of Versailles?
Oh, I don't.
Between 1 and 2, right? After World War I.
Yeah, after World War I. So yeah,
and they held Russia so they were taking 60-70% of all Russia's money, and Germany. That's what I mean. I'm sorry, Germany. So, of course, the things that Hitler was saying appealed to the young Germans, and who was he going after? The banksters, right? Who happened to be Jewish in that instance. And if you look at who is pulling the strings around the world right now, who are they? Those are the same lineage, the same families.
The interesting thing about going from World War I to World War II is there were a lot of catalysts, right? People think that Adolf Hitler was the guy that created the
People's Work Republic, or
the Third Reich, and that's how it happened. But again, right place at the right time. You had a large group of Germans that believed that the only reason why they lost World War I was because of the government. That it was the government's fault, not the soldiers' fault, because they were very militaristic in their structure.
Do you believe
as
that
far
now?
as society?
Is that not the case?
I
mean,
the Germans always make the classic mistake, the same mistake that we are making in Ukraine, is the Germans always bite off more than they can chew. They believe, it is true that they are very innovative and they come up with technology for warfare that we are all using even to this day. They still bite off more than they can chew. They never finish. The problem for the Germans is they never finish a fight, like really finish a fight, before they pick a fight with somebody else. They're always like, let's fight 4 motherfuckers at the same time. That'd be really cool. And that never works out for the Germans. It's no different than anybody who thinks that you're going to fight the Russians. You're going to fight the Russians undermatched, meaning, yes, I have technology that is better than the Russians, and I am going to somehow beat the Russians.
You just have attrition, though.
Attrition warfare. You can't. Every fucking person who's ever gone into Russia has learned the hard lesson that they are going to freeze to death in the winter, and the Russians are going to keep sending dudes with fucking sticks, rocks. They're just going to keep sending dudes, right? The first man has the rifle, the next man has the ammunition.
Yeah,
you get your fucking rifle when the first man is dead. That's real shit.
Yeah, they make roadways out of those bodies.
That's real shit. You can't, to think. The ignorance of our current administration and Department of Defense to think that we are somehow hurting Russia.
Do you think they actually even believe that?
Oh yeah, they do. They
so?
believe that they are doing damage to the Russians. All that we're doing right now is exposing how weak NATO is.
But that's not Biden pulling those strings. So who's actually making those decisions?
Here's the interesting thing about that, John. Without the United States, there is no Ukrainian war. Without the United States, there is no NATO. NATO has never done NATO. Think about NATO as an organization, right?
Right. Where are the teeth?
They've never spearheaded a single thing that has been successful anywhere in the world. Never. NATO has never. Now,
nor has
NATO troops behind U.S. troops, always. NATO is an organization that, when it had its inception, was a great idea, and it did help destroy the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union would have never collapsed if we weren't doing NATO.
How many decades did that take?
What are we talking? 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 40 years? 40 years of NATO expansion. When the Soviet Union collapsed and Gorbachev made the deal with the United
tear
States.
down this wall.
Yeah, that should have been the end of NATO. It should have been the end of NATO. But because you have a bunch of greedy war pigs, that's why we keep annexing nations into NATO.
Do you think that's Putin's goal, is to put the USSR back together?
No.
No?
No, the area that Putin, what most people don't understand is the Russians, Russia has always had a defense in depth strategy. So Russia has always been like, doctrinally, what the Russians are doing is the exact right thing to do. It's defense in depth, meaning the reason why the Ukrainians' summer offensive flopped is because the Russians had defensive depth. It's 1 trench, 2 trench, 3 trench. That's how you do it, right? That's how we would do it. That's doctrine, how you would do it, okay? Mm-hmm. But defense in depth, right? That's how the Russians do it. You need land to have defense in depth. The land that they had taken in Ukraine has always been that defensive buffer, right? So they've created, what they were trying to do is create a defensive buffer against NATO expansion, okay? Now, if you look at the United States, just reverse the coin. If you look at NATO and the United States, because we are free-loving, Western countries, Germany, France, Belgium, all those countries, they weren't going to allow the United States to create a defensive posture that was in depth, right? Because that puts U.S. troops fucking everywhere. All during our time in NATO, our forces were postured right on the border. So our forces were crushed up against the border. Now that was because of politics, right? It was because of politics, and they didn't want defense. They didn't want fucking trench lines in damn France. Mm-hmm. So we're crushed up against the border. Well, if you're the Russians, we would look at it the same way. If you're the Russians, that's offensive. That's not defensive. We weren't defending NATO. We were posturing to invade Russia, where Russia has always had defense in depth. So the difference is, when you look at those 50 years, it looked like the United States was preparing to attack Russia. And if you look at Russia, it looked like Russia was trying to defend its homeland, right? So there's a lot of politics and minutia in what's going on over there. But again, what are you going to do? It's just, they don't understand us and we don't understand them. Or we have a bunch of greedy war pigs that are running everything, and that's where we're at.
So Trump going to turn that war off?
No.
Trump will not turn the war off.
No, Trump's never going to be president again. He's not going to be president.
What do you think is going to happen?
He's either going to have a heart attack. He's either going to have a heart attack, or Keith Olbermann's going to come running out of a crowd with a fucking screwdriver and stab him to death. But he doesn't make it to the White House. They can't have him in the White House. They have done too much damage. They are all, the reality is, everybody in the establishment, Department of Justice, the CIA, the FBI, they're all shitting their pants because they've done everything they can to fucking crush this man, and he gets stronger and stronger every single day. Why wouldn't he come in there and fucking clean house?
Have you seen the polling this week?
Oh yeah, he wins by a landslide.
He's 8 points ahead of everything, and and Biden's fucking 8-16 behind. Like, that's like world history record, like holder, the worst and the best.
Yeah, again, he doesn't make it to the White House. I don't believe he makes it to the White House. They have to kill him.
Okay, so when that happens on that day, what do you think happens?
Nothing.
Nothing happens. Everything stays the same. So when do they start coming around and rounding up all those racist white red hat wearing dudes?
They have the same problem. They have the same problem that the Russians had when they first formed the Soviet Union. Is your crazy blue-haired liberal lives in a city. They don't produce any food. They don't produce any fuel. They don't produce shit. It is the rural red that produces all the things that keeps the blue alive. So to go to and that's the crazy thing is, dudes like Keith Olbermann and, Rachel Maddow, they would have no problem rounding up farmers and executing them. Because they suffer no consequences for the starvation that would hit within a month.
Like Stalin did.
Yeah, just like Stalin did. And so that's, we are doomed to repeat history because the people who are in charge think that they can do it better. That's from Mao to Stalin to everybody always says, oh, well, they just didn't do it right. Mm-hmm. We're going to do it better. No, you're not. You're not going to do it any better because you have no moral foundation. None whatsoever. I'm sorry, but if you're a liberal, you've got no moral foundations. You're doing everything you can to destroy humanity and people in general. So, I don't know.
So who do you think they run?
Who do you think runs?
If they remove Trump has a heart attack or whatever.
If Trump dies, we don't run anybody.
So what happens?
I think I'm kind of, again, I don't want to be an alarmist. I don't want to be an alarmist, but I kind of feel like that that we've already had the last election we're ever going to have. We've already had the last changing of power we're ever going to have. We have a president of the United States with a Praetorian Guard surrounding his domicile.
What does that look like right now?
10,000 National Guard troops. That's just National Guard troops.
Where do they come from?
Let's forget about
10,000 woke National Guard troops.
Yes. Let's forget about the federal police, which outnumber the Marine Corps right now. Let's forget about the FBI, the DOJ. There's a fucking 1 million man army in Washington, D.C. that does not want Trump to be elected. So even if let's say they don't kill Trump, let's say they don't kill Trump and Trump is elected, I don't see a transition of power. I don't see the fucking Biden administration going, here's the keys to the castle, bro. I see him saying, fuck off. We're going to fight you in court. We're not leaving. And again, what does Trump have? He's got, really, I don't know what a presidential detail looks like, but it's probably at least 50 Secret Service agents, and they got to be pretty tight after all this time that they've spent with him. And then he's got a fucking ragtag group of rebels that are running around in Trump hats. I don't see how this election is anything but a fucking shit show. So who do they? Again, if Trump had a heart attack tomorrow, they're going to run old Vic probably and Haley. But no one will believe that Trump had a heart attack. They will believe that the state killed them.
So what's that look at the ground level?
I don't, how do you predict something like that? At the ground level, I kind of feel like it'll be just like the Revolutionary War. You'll have patriots, you'll have individuals like that were at January 6th who were peacefully protesting, and you're going to have federal troops that will execute them, that will kill them somewhere, and then that will be the catalyst for more violence, and it will escalate out of control. The federal government doesn't have the capability, outside of small rebellion. The federal government doesn't have the capability to stop any of it. They can surround the White House. They can close Washington, D.C., but the rest of the country will be on fucking fire, and there won't be anything they can do about it. Nothing. Right? They just won't be anything they can do about it. They're going to lose 50%. I believe they would lose 50%, if not more, of their forces immediately. You're going to have large scale. I think you'll have large scale, because they'll immediately federalize all National Guard troops, and I think you'll have large scale desertions,
like an exodus.
Yeah, an exodus. You'll have whole units that just won't fucking show up to work.
Yeah, dudes ain't leaving their families from here to go to there.
You'll just have whole units that just won't show up to work, right? If you even have federal forces that get involved. Now, you could have the same scenario that they had in Egypt, where the military just kind of like showed up and sat on their tanks and were like, we'll see how this plays out. Or, worst case scenario, it would be a perfect time for one of those fucking bullshit, suck-ass fucking generals to take the reins of power from the president. And then we have a military junta in charge.
What do you think that would look like?
I don't know. I don't think it would bode well. You know, there's this dynamic that nobody takes into consideration when you think about things like that. You know, it's easy for Juan Valdez to have a military junta and take over the country of El Salvador, or, you know, I'll even say Mexico for that matter. It's easy for them to do that because no one has guns, but we have more guns than the military does. Like, there are more guns and more ammunition out on the street than the National Guard guys are going to have. And not to mention that some of those National Guard guys or even federal troops are going to be loyal to the Constitution and the idea of what America is, and they're going to be fucking handing guns out. So it's easy to have a military coup in a country where no one has guns. But when you try and do a military coup where people have guns, it's just going to get really ugly. Like, it's going to get really ugly. I can't imagine federal forces trying to, you know, unless you could convince people that, like, I don't know, let's say you're the Commandant of the Marine Corps and you have the full backing and support of a good chunk of the military, and the idea is you're going to take back Washington, D.C. in support of the Constitution and reinstate rule of law. People might follow that. Like, people might be like, okay, let's see what you're going to do. But the difference is, if you're talking about like a military coup other places in the world, that general could sit around in there and eat caviar and drink champagne for fucking a year before he has to try and do anything. If it happens here, dominoes are going to have to start falling very quickly before you're going to have militias per se that are like, I don't think this is the way, and you're going to have a fucking general rebellion on your hands. The key is not to have a rebellion. The key is to, again, keep everybody comfortable, change the tide of the way the country thinks without anybody even knowing it.
You think local level governments and city governments stay in effect and keep operating if a situation like those happen?
It depends on the way they lean, right? It depends on the way they lean. If it's I mean, really, you take like Camden or Waverly. If something like that was to happen, the best thing to do would be to operate just like they operated during Prohibition, right? Just kind of like, yep, the power's on, the waterworks. I don't care what the militias are doing in the hills, right? That's the only way those municipalities, these small municipalities, survive, because they're just too small, right? They're too small. Everybody knows everybody. You think about to a certain extent, like if the feds, let's say they enacted the War Powers Act and they're like, confiscate everybody's guns. Motherfucking sheriff here, they're not going anywhere looking for anybody's guns. They're going to be like, they might get crackhead Bob's rifle and be like, look, we've confiscated this musket and put it on the news, but they ain't going after people's guns because everybody knows where they live and who's giving up their guns, especially in that type of scenario.
I think in a scenario like that, people would take care of a lot of their own problems.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that municipalities, small municipalities would have to toe a certain line. They could, they're not going to raise I would assume, who knows, that Town Square is not going to raise the fucking flag of rebellion, but they're also not going to be like, hunt down all the rebels. No, because they're
you might have a gallows out there though.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Going back to what you said earlier, What other players in the world come in if that happens here?
That was my next question.
None.
You don't think so?
No.
Blue helmets?
No blue helmets. There'll be no blue helmets here. Nobody even, the reality is the top 10 nations in the world don't even compare in GDP when it comes to how much we spend on our military, and they're not going to bring any blue helmets because it, just like before, brother on brother's going to be hard enough, but you bring fucking
everybody.
You bring blue
Both
helmets?
sides are killing those guys.
Hey, blue helmets. That's like, oh shit, it's open. You know what I'm saying? It's like a foreign occupying army is the worst possible thing you can do, and we tend to give the rest of the world a little more credit than they really deserve. As far as whether it's NATO, China, the UN, we give them all this credit as being we kind of, I guess it's all part of how we spend our defense dollars. We have to pretend that everybody is badass so that we can justify $800 billion that we're going to spend on the Department of Defense. But they're not. The entire world, the reality is the entire world would have to get together in a room somewhere and be like, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to send troops to the United States. The entire world. For them to even, like, get troops here, like, to be relevant. And even then, it would be a goddamn shit show. It would be a shit show.
So you don't think China's going to roll into California and Russia come into Alaska?
Here's a more important
Mexico
question on that. If the United States goes into civil war, right? If the United States legitimately goes into civil war, why would you?
Just let them finish it themselves.
Why would you? Because the outcome, no matter what, from a Russia or a China perspective, the outcome will be better for you. Meaning, if the United States goes into a civil war, that means worldwide, U.S. forces are going to retract. Meaning, there's going to be less ships in the Pacific. There's going to be less ships in the Atlantic. There's going to be less troops overseas. It's going to retract us, which means it's going to reduce our power around the world. So if you're Russia and China, it's more important at that point to put troops in Kenya, Sudan. It's more important for you to put troops in places where there are resources that you can fucking manipulate than to send troops to the United States. That doesn't even make fucking sense. Let the United States chew itself up, knock itself out of the leadership of the world, and start grabbing dominoes. The rest of the world, the minute we go into civil war, if you fucking think that you're sitting in France drinking tea and the United States goes to civil war and you're not at war within a year, you're fucking sorely mistaken.
Who are they at war with?
Any country
Anybody we defended them from?
Any country in the world that wants a little more. Everybody wants more. The thing is, NATO, the NATO Russia, the NATO Soviet Union thing kept everybody preoccupied. Everybody was preoccupied about this imminent nuclear war that we were going to have, right? And it's kept everybody preoccupied. The minute you pull the police, you think, I'll use New York City as an example. If tomorrow New York City pulled all its cops because they had to go to, I don't know, let's say we pulled the 10,000 sworn peace officers out of New York City to go to California and police up some shit. Do you think New York City is a place that you want to be in once all those police are gone? Do you think that people are
be there now?
You think people are gonna? You think people are gonna be passing out roses and giving free lattes? No, that fucking city is on fire. It is on fire because everybody is gonna grab what they think they're owed, or however.
Well,
it
they've
goes.
been told they're owed. Yeah, it's gonna be Gotham.
I'm just saying it doesn't work. And if you take America, which is, no matter what anybody says, nobody else does it. If you take America out of the equation, because we're fucking fighting a civil war, there's no one out there that can step up. Nobody has the the ship capability. Nobody has the lift capability. Nobody can not even the fucking, when we talk about China. China can't immediately step up and fill the role that the United States is filling. They've got a 10-mile fucking isthmus between them and Taiwan. They can't manage that. They're not managing the entire Pacific, the entire Pacific Rim. It's not happening. Nobody has the capability to stand up like we do because we've been doing this for fucking way too long. We have way too much lift capability. We have way too much forward presence. You pull that out. You think the fucking Houthis are a problem. You pull that out, wait and see what fucking happens. There won't be a spot on this planet where there will not be confrontation going on because everybody's going to be fucking fighting. They're going to be fighting either to defend themselves or going to be fighting to fucking take what other people have taken from them.
So while that's happening in the United States, if civil war breaks out, what's that look like on a day-to-day for the average U.S. citizen? Everybody involved or most people not involved? Like during the Civil War,
it just depends.
how many people actually fought?
It just depends on locale, right? There will be places where, like, again, if you're in Middle America, you're surrounded by, again, there are. I'm not saying that there's not a lot of liberals around here. There are, but they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything.
No.
They're going to sit at home and be like, holy shit, I hope my fucking neighbor doesn't come over here and kill me. That's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, I hope that the fucking, the rebirth of the Ku Klux Klan isn't riding around grabbing up Democrats.
Well, the liberals aren't growing fucking chicken eggs either. They're going to be fucking.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's.
Yeah.
It'll be have-nots and haves real quick, and the have-nots are going to be the ones with food. The iPhone won't mean shit when the trucks don't come into New York City anymore.
That's another part of that, like logistics. They're going to just fence off fucking certain towns and cities and stop importing. I mean, the imports aren't going to be coming.
Maybe.
The inputs aren't going to be there.
There are.
You'll have people hitting trains just like they're hitting fucking FedEx and Amazon trucks.
Yeah. So
you'll have highwaymen.
And I'm not trying to. God, I know.
No, give it out.
I just did an hour of gloom and doom.
Do it.
A gloom and doom. No, it should be rose petals and love. Really.
What do you think of? So no blue helmets and stuff, but what about like the immigrants and stuff that are here now and everything everybody's saying?
Do you see that being an issue coming up?
No, I don't see it being an issue.
You don't. So have you seen that they're already showing up at town hall meetings and stuff and demanding more free shit?
Yeah. The problem is, the problem for them is they're being piled onto a system that is already taxed, and the individuals in that system, the individuals who are in that system, look at them as the enemy, right? So before it was always you had the poor, the middle class, and the rich, right? The greatest thing that the rich ever did, the smartest and greatest thing that they ever did was allow a middle class to be built.
Like a buffer.
Because it creates a buffer, right? It creates a buffer between them and the poor. So when the poor decide that they want more and they're going to riot, it's not Beverly Hills they're rioting in. They're in middle class neighborhoods or we'll just say like middle class suburban areas, burning down middle class suburban malls, hitting grocery stores that no rich people ever shop in. So the middle class is the buffer for the rich, right? And it was always us against them. Now for the middle class, the difference was in America we created a social construct where if you were in the middle class, there was always a possibility that you could become rich, right? And so that
hope was always there.
that hope was always there, and you were always living good enough and comfortably enough that the middle class has never thought about eating the rich, right? The middle class has never thought about that. The middle class has always been like, we're doing good. I got a TV, I got a motherfucking refrigerator, I got a house, I got a car, we're doing good.
I think they're thinking about eating the rich right now.
Well, that's because we're killing the middle class.
Yeah, downward class migration.
But the difference here is with the immigrants is
you're right.
The poor, the poor individuals in this country are not looking at them as like brothers in arms.
Right.
They're looking at them as thieves.
Yeah, the man on the ground
so,
interviews right now. They're interviewing like the original homeless dudes in New York and Chicago. And they're like, they don't let us in the police station to sleep. They ain't handing us fucking, we don't get debit cards. Only these motherfuckers who just got here get debit cards.
So it's actually creating it's actually
right.
creating.
Do you think that's the purpose, to create a tax on the system to
ultimately that's what liberal Democrats want, is they want the system to collapse.
Yeah, we don't want them in our neighborhood, and the original homeless don't want them in their neighborhood.
They want the social structure. They want the social networks that have been set up to collapse in order so they can create a new system.
There's also replacement theory. We have all these woke motherfuckers that won't work.
Right.
The migrants will work.
Yeah.
They'll man the stores.
Well, like I said, they've been telling us all along, build back better. Well, before you build it back better, you got to
destroy it. Yeah. And I mean, you see, they're fucking putting them into law enforcement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and there was looking at, because of recruitments for the military so far down.
And I don't have a problem with that. Like, you're going to go do fucking 6 years in the military as a pathway to citizenship.
Right.
Fuck. You ain't putting, all these blue hair motherfuckers ain't going in the military. What, I mean, somebody's, and where are we going to send them? Are we going to hold them here? Or are we going to send them abroad to fight for the United States?
Well, it just depends on who.
I mean, all three of us know dudes that came over from other countries, and they know they can tell you more about United States history than fucking most U.S. citizens can.
Right.
Because they care.
Yeah, I served with the guy when I was in 3-1. He was from China. He was a Chinese or resident or whatever, national citizen, I guess.
On Cormac.
And was doing that and earning his citizenship here.
I don't count Cormac. I don't think he ever. I don't think he ever stopped his allegiance to the crown. I think he was always
IRA.
I think he was always a real blooded. I think McCormick was always a real English citizen working for the crown.
You trying to get him to appear here?
Yeah, he's gonna fly here. I bet smoke, and he'll just show up.
Poop touch, ninja death touch.
Yeah, ninja death touch. I told you about my finger, right?
Tell it. Go ahead and tell it.
Tell the finger.
He was a ninja. You know Cormac, right?
No, I don't.
You never went and did ninja school at Dwayne's house with Cormac?
I don't believe so.
Oh my God, I still hurt from it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's wrong with my shoulder.
So he's done all the. If you can think of any medieval, like, and even the ninja stuff. If you can think of any medieval kind of thing, like potions and lotions, fucking, learning how to fucking craft a sword. He's done them all, right?
Yeah.
And he's as Irish as it comes.
And he went to the place like the origin. Like, he went to Japan to learn ninjutsu.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, not jokingly, he's done all this shit. Like, to include the final ceremony, which is very interesting when he tells the story. But so he's a ninja, right?
Like with the mask and everything.
Yes.
I'm
like
sure.
Real fucking
I've never
ninja.
seen him in the mask, but yes. And so we're in College Station, Texas, and our friend of ours has this shot bar, and it's just a narrow bar. So you basically got a bar where they serve is shots, and then a 6-foot gap, and you're at the wall. And then it's like you go out the front door, you're on college, you're on the campus, right? You go out the back door, you're in this like courtyard where they do all the ring ceremonies, right? So it's College Station proper, right? So and everybody prep fires at his bar. They go and do shots at his bar and then go to the other bars. So his bar was always packed, like the most beautiful women you've ever seen in your life. They're just always in there and shit. And I went there because they had convinced these three young ladies that they couldn't handle the Marine Corps.
Okay. Right?
And so they had come up with a whole package on how they were going to torture these girls, Marine Corps style, for 5 days. And so they're like, hey, we need you to come down here and do some drill instructor shit on these motherfuckers and shit. I'm like, what are you talking about, right? What are you possibly... Anyways, these girls were absolutely awesome, and they literally did everything we put them through, which... Why? I don't know, really.
Were they going in the Marine Corps?
No, one of them, I believe, is currently an FBI agent. One of them, one of them's only goal was to be a homemaker, and the other one, I can't remember the other one's cool. I still to this day I made them write like their life story, and I have their life story in a file folder and shit.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I have their life story in a file folder on why they. No, the stories are pretty good actually. The way because it was basically what they were doing was they were making them do toots, and so at night they would have to write this shit down, right? So they're like,
okay, so yeah,
right. And so anyway, so that's why I was in College Station to torture 3 premier females that are probably going to rule the world one day. And so we're in this bar. We'll go back to McCormick. We're in this bar, and he said something to me. I don't even know what he said. He said something to me, and I'm like, I flip him off. I literally flip him off. Now, he reaches over and grabs my finger like this, just like this. He grabs my finger just like this.
Did you go butt over tea kettle?
No, he grabs my finger just like this, and he's like, and let's go. This fucking finger to this day is still fucked. Like, I have serious arthritis in this finger. Sometimes I can't bend it. Like, it was fucked. Seriously, he put the curse on it. And I didn't say anything. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't say anything about it. And then like 5 years later, I'm like, you fucked my finger up. He goes, I know. And I go, what do you mean you know? He goes, yeah, I know I fucked your finger up. He goes, come see me. I'll fix it. I'm like, no fucking way are you putting your hands on me. Because you
whole arm is slipped.
Yeah, fuck that. Bullshit. Because he's a ninja. One time, so back in the day, and this would be back in your day.
Okay.
When you could actually physically touch, another Marine
and drown a motherfucker.
He's
the reason he's the reason the fucking news reporter was there.
When the sniper platoon would come back, they would immediately take that platoon that just came off deployment and they would put them at regiment. And then that platoon would be in charge of running the regimental pre-sniper course, right? And so which would be really 5 weeks of guys who just got off deployment, hazing the fuck out of guys that just got in the Marine Corps, right?
Little hate and discontent.
Yeah, little hate and discontent. And so one time, I don't know where I had to go. I had to go somewhere in O'Hanlon and Binky, and one of the other instructors is there. And I'm like, just keep them busy. I'll be back, right? I come back. Now, the entire class is lined up facing each other. I think we had 20 kids at that time, 20 students at that time. The entire class is lined up facing each other with O'Hanlon going, kick! And then one side kicks the other side in the balls. Kick! Kick! I'm like, what in the fuck?
Rochambeau.
Kicking in the balls. I'm like, now, I know there has to be something to it, right? I know there has to be some sort of fucking magic because they're just doing it. They're just doing it. But I can't really tell. I'm like, what the fuck? And so he finishes little, like both sides get to do 2 kicks. And then I take him in the back. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, showing him how to defend a kick in the balls. And, his logic was sound, but I'm like, if one fucking lieutenant or a fucking captain had walked by and saw what was going on in there, I can imagine that officer standing in front of the battalion commander going, they were kicking each other in the balls. Who? Snipers? They were they were all kicking each other in the balls. I would have, honestly, now that I think about it later, I was young back then, but now that the old staff sergeant me was like, I would love to have gone up to the battalion commander and him being like, were your guys kicking each other in the balls? And try and explain that to him.
Right?
Would have been hilarious. Anyways, but that's O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon is a true, toe sock shimmying across a fucking wire, doing poison in your mouth. I believe it.
I can't stand to even have my socks go between my toes.
No.
Let alone running around.
You had some other ninja experience in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, he wasn't a real ninja, but he wanted to be a ninja, like really bad.
It was pretty close.
It's pretty close. I had this kid Smith, who is an officer in the Marine Corps right now.
I think he still has the The ninja costume.
Oh, I know he does. I know he does, but it's one of those things that it's like it's in a Foot Locker underneath some uniforms
Under
and
a
shit.
false bottom.
Under a false bottom, right? Yeah,
Just waiting.
Smith, if you do see this, it would be really cool if you ninja'd out as an officer.
It'd be cooler if you came out here in the costume.
So he
in the middle.
He had a full ninja costume, toe shoes, the whole kit, like a full ninja costume. And we're out at 29 Palms.
You know it's a uniform. It's not a costume.
True. Sorry, ninjas. Please don't send your Foot Clan after me. So he's got this full, and I've seen it, right? I've seen it in his room.
Right,
I think he may even had size. I think he might have been, who is that? Donatello? So he's got this full ninja costume. Now, you don't think anything of this. Marines are Marines. They do some weird shit.
Right.
I mean, there was a huge cock pump. There
Especially on non-paid weekends.
Yeah. You don't question what goes on in the barracks at night. Now, I'm walking past the first sergeant's office. Right? I'm walking past the first sergeant's office. Doors closed. It's the duty officer, the duty NCO, and they're in there. Okay. Now I don't know they're in there, but they're in there. And I hear ninja. And then I hear the first sergeant go, ninja? And he's like, yes, sir. Ninja. He's like, he goes, what do you mean? First sergeant's like,
is it in his log?
Wait, yeah, it's in the log. He's like, what do you mean? A ninja? Somebody was sneaking around the barracks? And he's like, no, I mean a real ninja. And he's like, I still don't understand what you mean by a real ninja in the barracks. And he's like, samurai, ninja, that kind of thing in the barracks. And so they go on about this. The first sergeant, the duties go on. And I am standing out in the hallway just laughing my ass off. Now, again, I haven't connected dots.
Okay.
I haven't connected dots. I'm just laughing at this conversation because they're talking about ninjas running around the barracks and shit, which is, again, hilarious. And so they have this full conversation. And the first sergeant's like, he gets to the, what do we do about ninjas in the barracks? Right? I'm like, oh, this is so good. So I leave and I get back, I go immediately to the barracks, right? And snipers were, we all have our own floor. And I think it already made the rounds in the platoon. And I can't remember who told me. Somebody's like, there was a ninja sneaking around the barracks last night. And I'm like, I only know one fucking ninja. So I go down there and I'm like, what's up? And Smith is like, yeah, he's like,
Pop smoke.
He's like, almost got caught. I had the E&E. And I'm like, okay, tell me the story.
What were you doing to begin with?
Tell me the story. So he ninjas up. He gets the full costume on and decides that he's gonna, clan of the foot. He's gonna clan of the foot bear and sneak around the building and shit. And so he gets over to weapons. He gets over to heavy gun side, right? He's over to heavy gun side. And one of those dudes left his door unlocked. And so he goes in this dude's room, tiptoe, rice paper walking, right? He's going to sneak in this guy's room. So he sneaks in now he's wearing the full regalia, right? He's full ninja'd up. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a sword stuck in his belt.
We did this as kids.
Yeah. And so he goes in the room and I don't know what, he probably rooting through dude's sock drawer or some shit. And then decides, how the barracks, the bathrooms are connected, right? So he decides he's going to go through the bathroom into the next room and, whatever, panty raid or some shit. I don't know what he was really doing. And so he goes into the next room and he's like, I got in the next room. As soon as I got in there, I could feel someone staring at me. I'm like, oh, you could feel it, ninja. And he's like, yeah, I could feel somebody staring around me. So I quickly turned around and there was the kid from the room he just came in his door and shit. And he goes, and we locked eyes. And he immediately
always maintain eye contact.
Yeah, we locked eyes. He immediately reached up and grabbed the hood.
Like Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, like Scooby-Doo. It's going to be like, oh, look at you. It's the president. And grabbed it. Well, if you have a true ninja costume, It's 2 pieces, right? So the mask
like
stays
a G.I.
on.
Joe.
Yeah, like a mask stays on. You can pull the hood off. And so old boy pulls the hood off, and that's when Smith makes his escape. So that's when Smith makes his escape, and I don't know how, he must have, parkoured up on the roof and shit, and did some shit. I don't know what he did to escape, but he makes his escape. So not only is there a fucking, in 1st Battalion, 7th Marines logbook, is there an entry for ninjas, but they also have evidence, like a piece of the costume or uniform. They have a piece of it to go with it. And, I really, really, again, this is one of those things. The Marine Corps used to be really fun. I really, really wish I could have been there when the regimental sergeant major was like, what do we, this is real ninja hood, isn't it? What are we gonna, do we need to double the guard? I really wish I could have been there when they had that discussion about a ninja. Cause again, that's not something that you run into every day, right?
Did you ever utilize him on any operations?
As a ninja? No, never ninja'd him out. I should have made him wear it when we were in Iraq, but I never ninja'd him out. Cause I wore I did a bunch of stuff dressed up as Nacho.
Was he a good Marine?
Oh, he's a great Marine. Okay. Smith was a terrible Marine, but he was also a great Marine for Scout Snipers at the time and what we were doing and that mission and mindset and all that. Perfect. Like I trusted him wholeheartedly. I never would worry about anything that Smith was doing from a tactical perspective.
Not a good political Marine.
I mean, again, it's hard to, when people say good Marine, there are 2 types of Marines. There are Dan Daly's and Smedley Butlers, and then there are poster children, right? Mm-hmm. They're the not to say that guys in 8th and I are badass, but the presentation of what 8th and I and the drill team shows is what the Marine Corps really wants everybody to think Marines are like. And in the reality is, what has made the Marine Corps what it is the guys who were fucking dirty and salty and were willing to fucking take that last step to kill whoever, right? The Bulldogs are really the fucking guys who've made the Marine Corps even relevant. The fucking, sorry, 8th and I, the country doesn't need a drill team. We don't need a drill team. We need a fucking dog that's frothing at the mouth that as soon as you let off the leash is going to bite everybody. Bite everybody. Bite the motherfucking handler. Bite everybody. That's what we need. And the reason why is because people will fucking be afraid of those motherfuckers. Nobody, when we went to Iraq, there was no unit in the army that the Iraqis were afraid of. Meaning, yes, were Iraqis afraid of Rangers? Probably. Were Iraqis afraid of certain kind of certain things? But you damn sure knew that every fucking Iraqi soldier knew the dudes wearing the black boots to stay the fuck away from them. Stay away from the dudes in the black boots. They feared the Marine Corps. They even made up stories about how Marines had to kill their brother in order to get in the Marine Corps and all that. That is what this country needs. That's the only thing this country needs, a fucking wild animal that you just put on a leash and you're holding back every now and then. We don't need fucking
break glass in case of war.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we. And really the thing that the current commandant and the current Marine Corps leadership don't get is due to the size of the Marine Corps and the way we're structured. That's the only thing you really can be. You fucking converting over to these littoral combat units that have fucking goddamn that have MLRSs
like spaceship troopers.
Again,
were they having flying ships or something?
No, but they're trying to get ships that they're never going to have, and equipment that. Why do I need the Marine Corps to have 50 MLRSs when the Army has thousands? right? You're just creating it. You're creating something where it's going to be very easy for somebody who does the ones and the zeros to go, oh, why don't we just send the Army? Why do we need, especially now, like when you think of the recruiting problems that we're having, especially now, would be very easy for someone to go, hey, hey, Marine Corps, you don't really provide that combat presence that you used to. Meaning, you're not a combined task force that's out there fucking ready to beat up anybody in the face anymore. We've literally recently had units that couldn't deploy because they were under strength.
Do you think that recruiting issue is because the men are weaker now, the young men?
No, it's because we're not resident. Because of the message.
So it's not because they're scared of the Marine Corps.
No, it's because of the message that the Department of Defense, to include the Marine Corps, is putting out does not resonate with them.
So that's all of military.
Yeah, it's everybody.
So they're not going to another branch in lieu of the Marine Corps.
No. It's we're not putting out the right message.
What would you change the message to be?
You know what I would do? I would take, first off, I wouldn't spend a dime. It wouldn't cost the Marine Corps anything. I would go back to 1980 to about 95, and I would just replay all those commercials. That's it.
Slaying the Dragon,
putting the cami paint on. I would just replay all those commercials because even weak kids. I don't want to say weak.
Go ahead, say it.
But I don't want to say weak. But they want to belong, and they want to belong to something. They want to belong to something that's tougher than what they're doing right now. And if your motto is, "Hey, join the Department of Defense. We're as soft as we'll ever be," then fuck, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. They want to be. These kids want to be challenged. They want to be hazed. They want to know that at the end of the day, they are good enough, that they can accomplish something.
Is that how you make them strong?
You're damn right. That's how you make them strong. You're damn right. That's how you make them strong. And I'm not saying, again, unfortunately, there are people who will take it to an extreme level.
Right. We're not talking injured.
Kicking each other in the balls.
Kicking each other in the balls. There's people that will take it to an extreme measure, but they have to be fucking really challenged. And the current leadership in the Department of Defense has done everything it can to take challenges out. Don't get me wrong. The kids today are way smarter than we were 20 years ago, right? So the Marine today is a lot smarter than he was 20 years ago. The Marine or the Ranger today is a lot smarter than he was 20 years ago. But there's a point where that doesn't matter.
But he's also fragile a lot.
But there's a point where that doesn't matter. There's a point where the only thing that matters is, will you get in the ring and keep fighting? And that's it. That's it. And that's all the Department of Defense is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be anything else. It's just the only purpose of the Department of Defense, which, by the way, used to be called the Department of War. The only purpose of it is to win America's battles. That's it. Not create social justice, creating a friendly environment where your child can grow and be a better person. No, the only purpose is to win wars. And the minute the Department of Defense decided to go away from that, is they've ruined the force structure forever.
So when you guys would both run like an NDOC or whatever for snipers or recon, did that typically start out as we want them to quit? At what point did that switch to we're not trying to get them to quit, but we're trying to build them? Where's that demarcation?
I'm always trying to get them to quit.
All the way through?
All the way through.
Even though you've invested all the time and energy.
I'm always trying to get when you're talking about an NDOC.
Okay, so what is an NDOC? 1 week?
Once you graduate from NDOC is when you're actually
the bullshit stops.
It doesn't stop. But now you're investing.
You want to start building.
When a guy comes to an NDOC, I don't have any investment in
How long is NDOC?
It just depends on, for us, it always depended on the battalion's willingness to allow us to do it.
If you're going to set a pipeline up right now, what would that NDOC, how long would it be?
How long would it be? It'd be
like building warriors, you're going to pull up, we're pulling up young teenagers, 20-year-olds, 4 days.
4 days, yeah. I could do it in 4 days. And now, mind you,
what's coming out the end at 4 days?
Mind you, the only thing and the only purpose The only purpose for an induct is to see if the individual has the capability to, push forward, right? You have to weed the chaff because no matter what, like I'll give you an example. I had a battalion commander who wanted to stay like huge. He wanted to make the sniper platoon huge, and he's like, I'll make fucking every company give you 15 guys.
Were you happy about that?
No. He goes, I'll make every company give you 15 guys for your induct. And he did. I think we got 20 per company. Ultimately, we got like 20 per company. Now, the problem with that is when you say I'm going to make the companies do it, first off, no rifle company commander, no matter what a battalion commander says, is going to pick the cream of the crop. He's not going to be like, let me get my fucking go-getters.
Where's all my experts at?
Let me get my go-getters and send them over to sniper platoon. No, because he has to rely on those. He has the same issues that everybody else has to. He has to rely on a core group of individuals to keep that company from melting down. So you're not going to get the cream of the crop in the first place. And second, you didn't get anybody who volunteered. And if you've already fucked them by saying you have to go to this thing. And so that night it was 3:30 in the morning. They had to be on the parade deck with all their shit ready to go, right? And I'm like,
had they been asleep?
Yeah, they've been asleep. Okay. They come right from their companies, sit down there, and I give them the spiel. You know, you have to volunteer to be fucking scout sniper. You have to volunteer to be in the platoon. You know, you don't have to do this. It's not mandatory. As a matter of fact, if you're here because you think it's mandatory, I don't want you anyways. I give them reasons why they should just quit. And I'm like, I'm going to turn my back. You're going to pick up your shit, and we're going to walk to the other side of the parade deck.
Anybody's with me.
Mm-hmm. When we get to the other side, that's when the induct starts. I had 6 people.
Out of how many?
Out of 60?
So? 6. Wow. 6 walked with you?
Yeah, 6 made it, or maybe it might have been 8. Might have been closer to 10. And one of those guys, as a matter of fact, one of the guys that made it, one of the guys that went across was in a cast, a broken arm. But that's the issue. People think, like,
did cast guy make it?
I don't remember if he did or not. I think I made him come back. I think he was close to getting his cast cut off, and I'm like, when you get your cast cut off, come back. But people think that you can just, you know, it's the ignorance of an officer corps who does not have to fucking ever work hard.
We need bodies.
They think that you can just they think you can just be like, poof, you're a fucking special forces soldier. Poof, you're a fucking force recon guy. Poof, you're a fucking scout. They think you can just do that. That if you're at school, all I have to do is sprinkle a little magic on you and instantly you're going to be the guy. You can't do it. It's impossible. And just to prove, I mean, again, if it was that easy, right? If it was easy to make those individuals and have individuals accomplish them, then everybody would be one. Mm-hmm. Why would you just be a regular Marine if you could be a force recon Marine? Why would you be a regular Marine if you could be a battalion recon Marine? Why would you be a regular Marine if you could be a fucking sniper? Because you can't. And I know mine is some old voodoo, but I can train. The reality is you can train anybody to do 20 pull-ups. Mm-hmm. You can train anybody to run a fucking whatever 3 mile you want them to run. You can train people to do that. You can do that, but you can't give them heart. You cannot give anyone heart. And you know, for my inducts, the way I looked at it is, you know, we had kids that would show up that would do 300 PFT, right? They would fucking smoke everything. But they wouldn't do 21 pull-ups. Mm. They wouldn't do 22 pull-ups. They would do the fucking minimum. And then I had kids that couldn't, you know, I had kids that came for induct that couldn't do fucking 13 pull-ups. But you couldn't get him off the bar.
Yep.
He was doing everything he could to get 14 pull-ups. And I can teach that kid, or that kid could go and get 20 pull-ups eventually. But you cannot give somebody the heart necessary to accomplish the type of missions that we used to require of Marines. I don't know if they require that anymore, but again, if you want individuals that are going to operate in small teams that are going to make really strategic decisions on the battlefield, you got to have guys that have fucking heart. You got to have guys that are never going to quit. There were plenty of times in my Marine Corps career where I had actually in my head, I'm like, the battalion is going to send us out. We are going to get killed. But we have to be able to communicate to the rear to tell them we are being killed so they can be ready for when the fight gets to them, right? That's our whole purpose, is to get out there, find that, make contact with that enemy, attempt to fucking give as much information back to the rear that they can tactically use before we get wiped out. That's the reality. And if you've got motherfuckers that have quit, they're never going to do that. If you got motherfuckers that are going to quit, they're never going to fucking go I mean, fuck, me and Chris, one time, I just give you an example. We are in fucking Lava Lake, okay? We are on a fucking hilltop, and we are 25 miles away from camp. You know, we're 25 miles away from fucking the A-frames. On a hill, just doing typical fucking snipers up on a hill with some shit out in the desert, right? Now, we're supposed to get picked up by a helicopter and flown back. Time clicks. Now, we've been up there for 5 days. Everything's gone. There's no fucking water left. Because you can only have as much as you can carry. There's no food left. Everything's gone because we're supposed to get picked up. Now, I'm sure that me and Chris, because I was an asshole, I always carried more than I should have. I'm sure we had a canteen of water left and maybe some MRE bullshit, right? We're on this hill and no helicopter. Did we quit and go, we're not going to fucking make it. We're just going to sit up here and die? No. We immediately went, okay, map on the ground. This is where we're at. This is where we have to go to get this mission over with. This is where we're going to fucking make it happen. We walked 8 miles. I mean, we walked 8 miles before we were all the way down in the valley before this fucking 46 is like flying over the hill we were just on. Yeah, flying on the hill we were just on. I'm like, I'll bet that's them. And he's like, no way. They're like 7 hours late. And we're like, no, I bet that's them. Get on the radio and sure as shit, it's them coming to fucking give us a ride. But that kind of shit back in the 90s, that kind of shit happened all the time where the battalion would be back in the rear flipping steaks and shit and fucking drinking beers, and they'd be like,
oh yeah,
where the snipers at? Did somebody did we leave them out in the field?
Leave you out by the impactor, it's about to go hot.
Yeah. Did we leave them out in the field? And then sure as shit, motherfucking, before the sun went down, the dudes would come walking in going, fuck those motherfuckers. I fucking fuck you. We stole the bus, hitchhiked, but that was that mentality was, it was us versus them and we were always going to win. Now, if you don't have heart, it's too easy to quit. It's too easy to be like, fuck it, I'm going to put my ruck down here. I'm going to sit here and die in the desert. And that is more important. I think, in the special operations community, maybe not the heavy thinkers like Green Berets, but in the dudes that have to really get out there and fucking do the dumb shit, it's heart. It has to be heart. You have to have the capability, because I had some, over my time, I had some fucking rocks, but you couldn't, if the mission was 10 miles with the Barrett 50 cal and 100 fucking rounds of ammunition,
Fee, fi, fo, fum, they do it.
They do it. They would be there, right? They would be on the fucking mark and they wouldn't quit. So, and I've had dudes quit. I've had dudes quit in combat. Like, not me personally, no, thank God. Me personally, no snipers. But in my rifle platoon, when I had the rifle platoon, I had dudes that would not shoot their rifles.
What do you do about that?
Nothing. You push them aside and you keep fight. You keep going. That's why the Marine Corps.
But you don't take them back out with you.
No, I keep taking them back out. A guy who.
Do they eventually turn on?
No, there's two. Well, I mean, did they eventually turn on? Did he turn back on? There are a couple. There are two types, really. I think there may be more, but there are guys that will stand right next to you in the fight and never leave your side, but won't get in the fight.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, it could be a lot of things. You know, I think religion plays a big part of it. You know, thou shalt not kill, and just their upbringing in general. That when you get to the point where you're actually looking somebody in the face and you have to shoot them.
So why are they there then?
Well,
they thought they would be able to.
Yeah, you don't. Again, no one knows how they're going to respond when the first shots are fired. Most of the courage. It's kind of the reason why the Marine Corps Rifle Squad is 13 men. Most of the courage that people have in combat is because of other people, right? So Lance is moving forward. So I'm like, I have to move forward because Lance is moving forward, and he's the bravest motherfucker I know because Lance is moving forward. And then Lance is looking over and going, fucking Scully won't stop moving forward, and he's the bravest motherfucker I know, so I'm going to keep moving forward. It's contagious, right? It's contagious. But once you get to the point of actually slinging lead, a lot of guys miss intentionally. Like even people that shoot, a lot of them miss intentionally. So, hence, you know, if you read the book on killing, it's the reason why the Marine Corps Squad is 13 men, and to be able to have individuals that will actually shoot and kill. So you have that type of individual. You have the individual that is there, but he just can't make that leap. And then you have the other individual who's a fucking panic wreck and can't go any further. He's the reality is that guy was the weak link anyways. Mm-hmm. And the weak link, I did leave. We had one kid that would not, like, actually cowered and hid when the fight was going on. And so he never left the wire again. I had another kid that went crazy. That's
my next question. You ever have one that just likes killing too much?
No. It wasn't killing. He just went crazy. Like on a patrol, threw his fucking rifle down on the ground and just started running back towards the firm base. So that kid, he ended up staying in the rear.
The fuck do you do with that?
You just
let him go?
Yeah, you can't. You cannot when you're in that situation. You know, when you're in real combat environment, you can't deal with the minutia of that. You have to kill that immediately. You have to be like, out. You're in the company office. You're gonna fucking make coffee, whatever. You gotta get that disease out of your platoon
because it's contagious.
And you gotta get that disease out of your platoon, and you gotta keep moving your guys forward because ultimately it's about those guys. I don't care. Like the reality is, if you are the weak link and you fucking wet your pants, I don't care about you. The reality at that point in time in that scenario, I don't care what fucking happens to you. Because these dudes over here are more important because we're going to go out and we're going to fucking conduct the business that we've been required to conduct. And so I don't give two shits about your mental instability because chances are 9 times out of 10, that was already there. That person or that weakness was already there and they weren't going to be a value asset at all. Where is the guy that's, you know, standing next to you and leaving the wire every time, even though he's scared, he can turn into an asset, meaning, you know, somebody gets wounded. You always need that guy, right? You always need the guy who's going to be like, I will carry him back. And we had those guys. But again, you can't train heart into somebody. You can't make them want to do a thing that they're not going to do. I mean, I had a saw gunner that wouldn't shoot his saw, and I had a fucking saw gunner that wouldn't stop shooting his saw. I mean,
well, he was carrying the other one for him.
I mean, he actually saved my life, Dan Cable.
Which one was he?
He was a saw gunner.
That would or wouldn't shoot?
That would not stop shooting his
saw.
Got
it, okay.
Yeah, not stop shooting his saw. So, anyways, Yeah, you can't
tell till you're in the situation.
That's the problem. I don't care what people say. The fucking bravest, you can train to a standard and have a fucking group of guys that you're like, there's no way any of them would waver. But until you're in that situation, until you're really tested, you don't know who is going to be the guy. As a matter of fact, I had a battalion commander tell a really good story about, the first Gulf War, the opening of the first Gulf War. It was Papa Bear, I believe it's called Papa Bear. The guys that had to walk. Anyways, battalion had to walk through the breach point and establish the other side so the armor could get through and fucking do their thing. And he's telling the story about this fucking kid in the battalion who was the worst Marine in the battalion. Like shitbird, always in his office. The fucking worst Marine in the battalion. Like just
hands in his pocket, walking on the grass.
The shitbird, the guy that they're like, every time you saw, they would be shaking their head. But they go through the breach point, and they get to the other side, and Iraqi tanks are coming towards the battalion. Now, especially back then, they were kind of light. They were kind of, we were very lightly armed for tanks, right? You don't want to go tanks. And he's like, the entire battalion, he's like, the entire battalion stopped, froze, looked at this situation, like everybody was like, tanks, or whatever, for whatever reason, first contact, it happens in first contact. And he's like, here comes shitbird right out in front of the entire battalion with an AT-4. Boom. Hits that first fucking armored vehicle, and he goes, and that was all the orchestra needed to set it off, was that shitbird. And so again, that's like I'm saying, you never know who the hero is going to be, and again, you go through a lot of selection processes. Like I'm sure that Delta doesn't have a problem with people shooting guns, right? But those guys went through shit tons of psychological evaluations. They've already been through. Chances are the guy's already been through Ranger School. He's already so you're peaking your tier, right? And I've always been, even Scout Snipers. I hate to say this, Scout Snipers, but I've always been at the bottom of the tier, right? You're only one step removed from the infantry, and you're never really removed from the infantry because your battalion in the Marine Corps likes to tell you
you're attached.
You're not special. No, you're not fucking special. You're just like all the rest of these guys. Even though no, you're not. If everybody imagine if you could make a fucking entire infantry battalion snipers, you would never ever have to get within small arms range again. So it's a terrible way to do business. But in the 90s, it was great. In the 90s, it was great because you had all these, for whatever reason, the commands that hated Scout Snipers. And because they hated Scout Snipers, the individuals that became Scout Snipers were always like, fuck them. We are gonna accomplish the mission no matter what they do. No matter what I literally was in a meeting with the battalion commander. We did a deployment, came back. I think I don't know what I got for that, but we did a deployment, came back, and the battalion commander brought me in his office, and he's like, what do we need to do to support snipers and ensure that the success that you've had through this deployment continues on for the next battalion? And I kind of just looked at him, and the 3 was there. And he's like, he goes, I don't know, sir, because we didn't support them at all, right? And that's a big fucking deal. Like, you got the 3 saying we didn't support them at all. That means everything that we did on our own. It was organic, right? It was all organic to us. And that, again, that's why we were successful, but that's just them going, fuck you, we didn't support you.
Can you take that and instill that in normal people? Like today?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
You do know, though.
I don't know if you can. I know you can.
I don't think you can.
I don't. No, you have to be able to.
Okay.
Right? You have to be.
Okay. So now that we've decided we can.
No, there has to be a metric that creates that heart, right? There has to be. It's the social upbringing of those kids, and when two kids went to the same school and lived the same life, and one of them has heart and one doesn't. There's something there. There's a metric that we're not seeing, that has given that other kid the heart to want to accomplish something better. Most kids don't today.
Yeah, I mean, there's no paintball anymore. There's no BB gun
do you
wars.
think it's
There's
an
no
environmental metric or something within that gets triggered by the environment? Or?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I feel like that the individuals, when I think back of the old days I feel like the individuals that were there, when I think of Issa and Schmidt, even though he's probably still in jail, and some of the other guys, they always had it. Like it wasn't like there was a point where it just got switched on. It was something where they always had it.
Yeah, but I'm talking like in childhood.
Yeah, it has to be.
Is it a broken family?
There has to be a
Is it this or
metric.
that,
There
or-
has to be a metric. There has to be a metric in.
Who have you met like that after the Marine Corps?
I mean, I'm sure there's somebody.
Have we had any of them?
I'm sure there's somebody. No, I would say that. I would say that Curtis would have been a good Marine. Like he would have been a good Marine and a terrible Marine at the same time.
Tyler.
No.
I'm telling you, Tyler, man. You never saw Tyler quit from anything.
No, I get Tyler never quit for anything, but Tyler had some
deep.
Again, so the difference between the two are that when I'm looking for heart, it's not just heart in the sense, but it has to be unsupervisable. Okay, I have to know that if I tell Lance, hey, I need you to go from A to B and execute C
without adding Z,
that Lance is going to go, all right, I'm going to go straight to C and execute the mission. That he's going to do that, right? Not
5 days later,
where I have to be like, do you understand what I'm telling you? Right? There used to be a time, and I still believe it is the most important thing, is mission accomplishment. There used to be a time where mission accomplishment was the only thing that mattered. And even in the Marine Corps, they would spell out the mission, right? They would be like, attack Hill A, take Hill A. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Mm-hmm. And then the Marines would go, yes, we're going to fucking attack Hill A. And they would go take that hill. Now, at no point in time was anybody in the command going, okay, I need you to attack that hill. You're going to wear your brown boots, your brown laces.
Right.
You're going to take these guns. You're going to shoot this much ammunition. At no point did the Marine Corps ever do that, because it was about accomplishing the mission. And so what that does is it allows a group of individuals to skin that cat however it needs to be skinned. And so you will come up with innovative and new methods for skinning that cat versus we're just fucking ramming our heads against the wall, which is what happens when you just micromanage. Because the minute you start micromanaging individuals, their thought process becomes different. They are no longer trying to figure out how to skin the cat. They're trying to figure out how to skin you. So it's a totally different process. And that is why you have the casualties that you have, because leadership has decided that micromanaging is the only way to lead troops into combat now. And it's a problem. It doesn't matter how it gets accomplished. If you don't want, here's the reality. If there's a fucking house on said hill and you don't want the house burnt to the ground, then don't send the Marines. Don't send the Marines. If you want that fucking hill taken and the consequences of that fucking hill being taken is that house gets burnt to the fucking ground, so be it. Everyone will remember that. Everyone will think twice before they fucking do anything. But when you are putting rules, when you are putting these archaic rules on what is going on in the combat environment, you're risking American lives, and you are not creating a fair warning for everybody else. So no, I'm a fan of total war. I am a fan of total war. I don't think a single U.S. service member should be deployed anywhere in the world with a fucking weapon that has ammo in it, unless Congress is willing to get off their fucking lazy, sorry asses and declare war on whatever said entity that is.
They should also not be deployed without ammo.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying that I don't think we should not have been in fucking Afghanistan. We should not have been in Iraq. We should not currently be fucking sending billions of dollars to Ukraine, unless, again, Congress wants to get off their fat, lazy asses and be like, hey, we're declaring war on fucking Afghanistan. We're declaring war on Iraq, because it changes the metric. It changes the metric, and the metric is everybody dies until somebody fucking throws up a white flag. That's it. None of this fucking tiptoeing around about regime building or fucking, that's all bullshit. We wasted billions and billions of dollars on things that did no fucking good whatsoever. It's just all bullshit. People died because we were fucking pity-patting around over there. There's in no real way, shape, or form does a war in Iraq last 10 years. Afghanistan, 20 years. And it's not possible.
Has there ever been total war on the United States?
On the United States?
In the United States?
No.
Will we ever
Well,
see
I mean, we were on a total war footing for World War II, and that's why the fucking war lasted 4 years. That's it. Because we had declared war on all these people.
Do you think we'll see that again?
No, I don't think so.
It's kind of like Big Pharma, though. You don't want to lose your customer, in a sense.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I know. But again, all these fucking war profiteers should be hung from fucking trees.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Again,
skin that cat.
I say this a lot.
Well, all your COVID lockdown people should be fucking.
I say this a lot, and I contradict myself in
all
the same.
Tyrant politicians that fucking put all those businesses out of business.
I contradict myself in the same sentence. Again, if the Marine Corps tomorrow said, we're starting an old fart battalion, and we just want the old farts to come and go fight in wherever, I would go. Mm-hmm. I would sign up to go fight in, if the old fart battalion was going to Ukraine, I would go. If the old fart battalion was going back in Afghanistan, I would go. Because to me, the most important thing has always been the Marines themselves, and being there for those Marines and helping to guide them into whatever fucking crazy shit that the government's going to put them in is important. But again, I'm not a war hawk. I don't think we should be I don't think we should be fucking around in Ukraine. I don't think we should have been in Afghanistan or Iraq for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Again, that motherfucking shit should have been over in a year. And to anybody who says that it would be impossible, I promise you, if the President of the United States would have said, hey, Marine Corps, you're going into Iraq. No one comes home till it's over. It would have been over in a fucking year. If they would have told the Army the same thing about Afghanistan, it would have been over in a motherfucking weekend. The Army would have fucking handled business, and it would have been done. But because politicians like to pussyfoot around and make millions and millions of dollars by war profiteering, they don't do that anymore. That's why we don't declare war on these countries. The biggest attack we've had since World War II, we didn't declare war on Afghanistan? What the fuck? Why is that? Why would that even be a thing? So, fuck them. Like anybody who has any senator or congressman who has stock in Northrop Grumman or Teledyne Ryan, they should be fucking arrested.
What were you saying?
You really have to diversify your garden as much as you can, right? In order for the soil to, stay viable for as long as you can. So you don't want to just grow corn.
No, that's called monocropping. We don't do that.
So that's what we were talking about, right?
Yes. And
I don't know where I was for that conversation, but
I think you were sleeping. You
No.
were micro napping, as we call it in the business.
micro napping.
You were micro
combat
napping.
conditioning naps.
Yeah, yeah,
I was eating.
yeah. I think you were micro napping. I was just talking about how the world's going to end. Gloom and doom. It's fine, guys. It's not going to end. Just keep. I'm just, it's just clickbait, is what it really is. So, I don't believe any of that I just said.
How many times you go into the gym a day?
Just once.
How many times you working out a week?
Well, I'm down to 3 times a day. I'm down to 3 days in the gym because I'm doing 3 days of ruck marching.
So you're working out 6 days a week.
I mean, I don't consider road marching
How far are you going on your road march?
4 miles.
Nice.
4 miles in an hour.
What's
What are you doing,
your loadout?
50 pounds.
With a weapon?
I don't know why I was doing it with the weapon. I was like, hey, I'm going to do this with the M4 carbine, and I'm doing it, and then I'm like, I'll work my way up to the M40 and shit. But I don't know why. I don't know why I was carrying it just to be nostalgic, I guess.
Were you out on roads?
No, just the property. Just the property. There's a 4 mile loop that's on the property, so it's not a regular road march. There's hills involved, but
Right.
Sometimes you're like,
Uneven ground and everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, I'm just going to do this on a 4-wheeler. That's how I do my workout every morning.
No, I don't. I mean, sometimes I'm really like, I don't want to go do this, but yeah,
But
that's what I'm doing.
Why are you doing that?
because you're making me do a fucking 10K in fucking Arkansas for some wounded warrior rescue the children foundation. So the last thing I want to do is go there and die on mile 1.
That's not why you're doing this.
Yeah.
No, you were doing this before that. Because you think there's a war coming?
No, because of I'm doing it all because of a woman.
Oh.
For the love of a good woman. That's
Oh.
all. That's why.
What's
That's
her
not why I'm
name?
doing it.
What's her name?
Unfortunately, she's currently in the witness protection program. I'm not allowed to divulge that information.
I ask girls when we hire them, I'm like, is there any reason you cannot be on camera or on video? Are you in the witness protection program?
Yeah. So anyway,
There's a lot of cameras around here.
So how fast? How long does it take you to do your 4 mile lap?
hour.
Hour?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
I mean,
Are you route marching it? I mean, you're just straight up stepping it out.
well, the goal was initially it was taking like an hour and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But the goal, obviously, 4 miles an hour is the standard. So I'm always on that clock,
Trying to get that,
right?
yeah.
I'm always. The weird part is I've done it a couple times where it seems like I'm just walking. I'm like I'll do it and it'll seem like I'm just walking. Boop, 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 and I'm like, okay, I made.
But
my,
you're still at pace.
I fucking made the 4 hour mark, and then I'll do it, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna fucking really do it, and there'll be spots where I'm shuffle stepping, right? Where I'm like I'm trying to catch up to the crew, right? And then I'll get back and I'll be like, fuck, it took me an hour. Like sometimes I'll get back and I'll be out of breath, and sometimes I'm not, and I don't understand how that's working yet. I haven't figured it out. So.
Maybe it's how you slept the night before.
It could be. But
So why don't you just step it up to 6 miles?
well, I hate to do anything on video anymore, but the goal is to get to 10 miles. The goal is to get to 10 miles at 4 miles an hour. That's
So
the
why
goal.
don't you just do that tonight?
Why don't I do it tonight? Because I don't want to do it tonight.
Just see where you're at.
I'm having John.
What do you think Ranger Dave would say?
I'm having a hard enough time. Ranger Dave wouldn't even. Here's the thing. Ranger Dave wouldn't even have started at 4 miles. He'd have been like, haven't ruck marched in 5 years. Be good time to do a 25 miler. Yeah, it'd be good time to do a 25 miler. Let me put my
plates on my everything, ankle weights.
Were you there? Were you there
when?
when he was going to go run? Left the shop with an Alice pack and some fucking jungle boots, UDT shorts.
UDT shorts.
And we drove to a Starbucks 6 towns over, 30-minute drive. We're sitting there eating lunch and shit, and fucking here comes Ranger Dave.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
And it's catch me, fuck me's and all.
Yeah, I'm not Ranger Dave. My knees are bad. So I'm trying to do it.
You've had some work done to your knees. What'd you have done?
I don't know. They cut something out.
No replacement or anything?
No replacement. They just cut something out.
Do you feel like that was worth doing?
I don't know.
I even though I asked you a year later.
I honestly think that
a year later, you're like, I wouldn't have done it.
I think that I think that the recommendation that I got for the ground up mummy bones was probably the best thing that's ever happened to my knees.
Oh, so it's good.
Yeah. I think that, what is it? The collagen powder?
Ground up mummy bones. I was trying to put that together.
Collagen powder? Well, I used to, it's funny.
Did they take cadaver stuff and put it in you? Is that what you're saying?
No, so I do, I take collagen.
The collagen peptides.
Yeah.
Orally.
Orally,
If you do it rectally, it will absorb faster.
It's so chalky, though.
Just try it. Put it in capsules.
What? But
it ruins the taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it'll ruin the taste in my mouth.
They've got some. Chalky. They got these ones at Co-op for your horses.
Yeah, I don't need it that bad. It was a matter of fact, it was Hannah that recommended it, and
Hannah Montana. What?
Yeah, it was Hannah that recommended it, and it was the best recommendation I ever got. And the funny thing is, it wasn't like it was not a recommendation like, hey, you should take this stuff. It'll help your knees. Mm-hmm. It was the total
drink up or
no. It was this. It was, here's the 9 research papers. If you download these research papers, you'll see exactly how they've been using this with the NFL players. This is exactly how much you need to take. Blah blah. It was a full universal study that I got that said, hey, take this shit. And so
you should ask her what else you should be taking.
Yeah, maybe. I think that was just a
fuck it. I'm gonna take some peptides tonight.
That was just because I complained about my knees.
Maybe it'll fix my shoulder.
But it really helps the knees. So it really helps my knees. I have not had serious problems with my knees since I started doing that shit. And the only reason why I say mummy bones is because I don't know if you know this, but in the Dark Ages,
at the World's Fair, even
in the Dark Ages, the royalty would have
penis,
a little fucking thing around their neck of ground up mummy bones, because they believed that it had some sort of power, and they would eat the shit, right? And I used to think all the time, like, them dumbasses in the Middle Ages eating mummy bones and shit, and then now I'm eating peptides, and all that is ground up cow bones.
Well, I mean, you look at when deer sheds their antlers and stuff, the squirrels come and eat them.
Squirrels do eat all that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's the best thing.
At the Chicago World's Fair, there was vendors that had mummies there, and people would break and cut pieces off of those and grind them up and eat them.
I'm sure that at the Chicago World Fair,
I would like to have those mummies.
I'm sure though at the Chicago World Fair that was exactly like when you're in Rome and you can get a piece of the cross. I'm sure it's exactly like that, right? They're just digging motherfuckers up in Iowa. And they're like, grind these motherfuckers up. It'll be good for you and shit. It's like a piece of the cross, yeah. But I don't know why we got on the peptides, but anyways, that's
because your knees.
Because you're going to do 20 miles.
But that's the only thing. That's the only thing that anybody's ever recommended to me
that worked.
That I feel like worked outside of testosterone.
Mm-hmm. I recommended testosterone to you.
I think
probably, yeah.
This first,
but you recommended to me like in the 80s, and you were like, "We're going to go to Mexico. We're going to put 2 vials up our butts, and we're going to come back, and we're going to have all this testosterone."
That did not happen.
I know it didn't happen because I wouldn't put 2 vials of testosterone up my butt.
The SEAL teams kept lockers down there in Rosarito. So you'd go down there, and for $14, you'd get 3 half lobsters, all you could eat rice and tortillas and beans. And then you'd go see the pharmacist who would give you a prescription, and you'd go to the veterinarian, and he'd give you the stuff. And then you'd keep it in a locker so you didn't get caught bringing it back. So every Wednesday, we'd go down to Mexico with all the SEALs.
So tasking. I can't imagine going down to Mexico every Wednesday.
But you got lobsters.
I know. But lobsters are prison food.
This Total War right here works. Have you tried it?
Yeah, you've made me. But the problem is it tastes like...
it makes my forehead itch.
It tastes like a 13-year-old girl's dreams. I'm just saying. It's like...
It makes you work out better.
Cotton candy and... teddy bears and all wrapped up in there. I don't know why they have to make everything. Why can't you make something taste like I don't know, bourbon? Why doesn't bacon? I want bacon flavor Total War.
Bacon doesn't wake you up and be like, I want to lift these weights.
Neither does cotton candy.
That does.
That doesn't make me think. But
I'm sweating right now.
But that's because of the ingredients, John, not because of the cotton candy.
Because of the flavor.
How do you know the ingredients don't make that flavor? Have you seen one that was bourbon? Because it doesn't exist.
No, because they're trying to placate to little girls.
Right.
You want bourbon? We can have bourbon at the.
I want bourbon bacon.
Overland Expo.
Total War pre-workout.
Overland Expo.
I bet it would taste like shit.
Look up Bushy Mountain Overland Expo. Brushy Mountain Prison. Next week after. You ready? Is your trail rig ready?
What does that entail?
Oh, we're going to park in the parking lot and pay $14 and walk in.
Yeah.
March 22nd through the 24th.
You ready?
I mean, yeah. What,
I just want to go see the vendors and decide if we want to be a vendor next time.
Yeah, be great. Let's go. I'm not ready for
we're going to
sleeping in a parking lot, but yeah.
No, we're not sleeping there. We're driving there and coming back home. I mean, you can sleep there. We're going to go in the coal mines.
There's coal mines in Brushy Mountain?
Oh, yeah.
You can take a canary in a cage with you?
I have the canary cage.
All right.
That would be awesome.
Canary.
That train is only a mile up the road from it.
The elevated train?
Oh, no, you're the one you go to? Oh,
Is there a train there? Can we get on it? You're talking about the abandoned one.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
Could we take a train to the abandoned train?
No. But you could ride in
Super 73?
Super 73 there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Are you going Super 73? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know yet. Tell me about that. I'm looking for an e-bike because of the knees again and everything. He's like Super 73.
You just need cadaver powder.
Yeah, you just need to start eating
mummy powder.
Mummy powder.
Yeah.
If you eat mummy powder, highly recommended.
Okay.
From at least one veterinarian.
And I would use code SOE at Redcon1 to get all of your fine supplements.
Redcon1?
Yes.
Is that where you get it? What's the code again?
SOE.
SOE
gear.
SOE gear.
That's where this came from.
So you didn't really get it from, you got it from Redcon1?
That's who makes this, Redcon1.
Oh, okay.
There's no mummy powder in there.
There should be.
I'll talk to Aaron.
And talk to Aaron. Get some mummy powder.
Tell me about your e-bike.
How'd that happen? You should talk to him about his e-bike.
Super 73. Let's just
ask that guy.
Let's just be clear. Let's just be clear. I told you this.
Good social media presence, beautiful product.
I'm warning you.
Quality.
I'm warning you. The problem with the Super 73
has too much power for you.
The problem with the Super 73 is it's made for dudes that wear skinny jeans.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Top knot.
So the best thing to do really is you need to go through Brandel's Custom 73 shop.
Nice.
Okay? Really. I'm serious. You go through Brandel's Custom 73 shop.
His Custom 73 shop happens to have a really nice LMTV for sale right now.
You let him roll. You just let him go. You don't even give him design specifications. You just be like, Brandel, Super 73, make it happen. I'm telling you.
You want one that looks like a World War II bomber? You want one that looks like Marlboro box?
You're going to want two after you see the one he makes.
Right.
The crazy thing is, when I go on the Super 73 site and I'm looking at their shit, I'm like,
mine's nicer.
They don't even have the accessories. They don't even have the accessories that I have on my Super 73. Where did he get this shit? Right? It's way better.
Nice.
And now, as far as functionality, it's awesome. I mean, it's awesome. It charges fast.
How long does it take to charge a battery?
72 hours.
I mean, I don't.
Not really.
I don't know because I've never ran it all the way down. Like I rode it constantly for a week and a half, and it just went to half power. And then every time I went in the garage, I'd just plug it in. So it's a great bike.
How far are you getting on that? Like,
it technically you go 34 miles. Yeah. 34 miles on a.
Does that have the extended battery in it?
Does terrain matter at all on that, or
not?
Well,
not really.
More of a workhorse up and down. No,
not really.
You want some different tires. Like,
I
you'll kill yourself out here on the gravel.
He fucked me with the tires he put on there. I've ate shit like 9 times.
10-speed tires or something.
No, they're just stripped race tires.
Gotcha.
Slick Ricks, and the minute you hit the grass, you're like, ah! Flying off into the woods.
Like on the Green Machine doing.
They're like supermoto tires.
Yeah. So, but outside of that, the fucking thing it's awesome. Awesome. I'm not a
What kind of suspension?
They're gas filled, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, gas filled suspension. The suspension's good. It is a really good. I'm actually impressed with it.
You're more of an Ubco.
Yeah.
Like-
Would you take it on single track and stuff at all?
He doesn't even know what
I
single
don't know
track
what
is.
single track is.
Oh, okay. Just
Is that where you're mountain biking in the woods and the
Yes.
woods go up in the air and
Yes,
I
yes.
wouldn't do. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I mean it would work.
Did you ever
tires? If it
Did you
didn't-
ever jump that bike?
A few times, but that they make one for that.
Okay.
It has a different suspension for the rear.
And that's what I was wondering. So it's not full suspension?
He was looking at the Treks and stuff. Like the Treks and
Yeah.
those are like $12,000.
Yeah,
Right.
those are more for your that. Like what? I just like the look of the 70.
I want to pull up in the van and be have to park a ways and just ride the bikes to the
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's the type of bike it is. It's,
Okay.
I mean, but it's nice. I love it.
But that-
I don't. There's nothing about it that. It took me, except for turning the headlight on. It took me like 2 days and fucking a lot of frustration to get the headlight on. But now that
So
I know,
you have the different modes on it? And
yeah,
everything,
he's
like
got different modes on it.
cruise and economy.
It has a
and
sport
turbo.
mode. It'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those
Yeah,
Ub-
Brandle's always telling me hook your phone to it and fucking jailbreak it, and you go 43 miles an hour. But when you're on that thing and it's going 23, you're like,
That's enough.
You're whistling, bro. You're like, you're whistling down the road and shit in that thing, and it's like it don't feel like 22 miles an hour. It feels like at any minute I'm going to be wrapped around a tree.
Do you wear a helmet with it?
No,
You ever ride it with night vision?
I have not ridden with night vision yet. I don't have dual tubes yet.
Your brain will just super.
I'm still single tubing it, which I could ride it single tube, but
I got some 7 Bravos.
I need some PVS 37s or is it
31s.
31s. I need some 31s. If you're out there, 31s, just come on down to my place and drop off.
That Ubco bike has panniers and racks and all kinds of shit. They put rifle racks and bow racks and surfboard racks and all kinds of shit. They have a trailer for it. Several companies make even a trike version, an electric trike.
Yeah. That might be more my speed.
That's what I was
Just
thinking.
need wide
I'm
trails.
glad I was just letting you come to that conclusion.
There you go. What are you looking at price wise if you go get you a Brandle bike?
$4 grand, right?
$4 grand,
$4
tricked
grand.
out?
More.
5, probably 5.
And if you want the jailbreak?
That's just through the app.
Just through the
Just,
app.
Yeah.
All right. That's not bad. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than the Treks.
Yeah, well, completely different animal too.
Right.
But these, like you can army green them and shit, do whatever you want with it.
I say the more the bike has, the worse it is.
Okay.
More stripped down to bare bones, less suspension, less everything. It's like if you're
Less
not,
shit to break.
Yeah, if you're not flying off jumps and that's what you're
Right.
buying it for.
There's all kinds of molly panels that go on them and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's all mollied out.
It's just a little patrol bike.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
again, the minute he got it, I was like, "When are you going to sell me that bike?" I'm not selling it to you.
So the dude he got it from,
And then he bought a 125.
has an LMTV that's been completely reupholstered and all gone through. What's he want for? He wants a lot for
I
it.
think like 30.
Yeah, 30 grand. It's super clean. It'll be the cleanest LMTV you've ever seen.
Well,
I'll bet he put an air conditioner in it and shit.
if I get YouTube to start paying me, maybe.
So it'll happen.
Maybe.
We just broke
30-day appeal.
we just broke 100,000
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. So I'm eligible for a play button, and they're like, "No, you said mean things. You don't get a play button." Motherfuckers.
Are you going to just
Maybe you
make
can
one?
just send it to
So there's tons of companies that make them. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to make one and do like mine's going to say "fuck YouTube," and then we'll do patches and stickers, and
Yeah.
we'll make money off of it somehow.
Fucking whiny bitches.
Yeah,
That's all
because you
it
got
is,
all the blue
whiny
hairs
bitches.
in there and
Whiny
shit.
bitches.
It's fucking wild.
Just whining.
But when I do a live, like my live last night, fucking 30,000 views on that. The one a couple days ago had 80,000. One from the weekend has 180,000. So I mean, and every day I'm like, I only need one. I just need one real motherfucker that shows up, that comes back, or becomes a customer, comes to an event. I just need one. And there's a bunch of them. Like, hey man, I'm so glad I found you. I've been watching for a week. I've been watching for 2 weeks. So you should see jump from that too.
You should be like, you should just be, next time you have a big live, you should be like, hey, those pennies you got laying around your house, ship
Mail
them to.
Ship them to us.
Ship them to.
Send them to us.
Send your unused pennies.
That's what I'm going to do Amanda's whole floor in the apothecary.
pennies and then
Epoxy.
Penny.
Yep. That actually looks pretty cool. I've seen some tables done like that.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of work.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to do.
Well, I
it.
mean,
It
I'm
looks
not.
pretty
You're
cool.
the one that's going to do
No,
it.
I'm not doing that.
You just got to stick everyone down.
You better
I
get.
think you should put pennies and gems,
What?
stones.
Oh,
You're gonna have to get Taylor here and some. What's that heroin you give him?
Tyler?
Yeah, or Tyler and that. What is it?
It's not heroin.
Yeah, it is too.
No, heroin goes the other way.
What is it?
Hyperlane.
Hyperlane. Yeah, just give
I
Tyler
have-
some
I
Hyperlane.
still have bottles of that.
Give him a Hyperlane, and you'll have them pennies down like nobody's
I got so
business.
sick on that crap.
Did you meet, Tyler? Did you know Tyler?
Yeah.
Give us a Tyler story.
Tyler would make plans. Okay, I'm gonna come over and we'll have dinner tonight and shit like that.
Oh, with you? That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
He never show up.
Oh, he'd show up like at
3 days
midnight.
later.
Yeah.
I'm like getting out of the rack. You were gonna be here at 6:30, man.
I already ate your dinner.
Right? Yeah, there was quite a few of those little things, but yeah.
What do you think was causing that? Was his family here then? Mm-hmm. So he had to wait till they all went to
He had his
sleep and
wife
sneak
daughter,
out.
Yeah, and everything here. So
You got any Ranger Dave stories?
yeah.
How'd you meet Ranger Dave? It was actually your sailboat.
No. It was his sailboat. He was fucking living on it.
Hold on. You had GSXR. Do you remember you had a Hurricane? The white and red 600 CBR Hurricane? Mm-mm. You had a Hurricane, and you traded something, and there's who's the dude that had the really nice rebuilt Bronco?
Brett?
No, SOTG guy.
Oh, I don't know.
You do know. He became a cop. Matt Gray.
Okay.
Oh, Matt Gray.
Okay, Matt Gray somehow had the sailboat. Matt Gray traded
For that motherfucker could pick that bike up and put it in the back of his truck just by himself.
So where did the sailboat come from? Who had the Ninja, the Hurricane?
That was Matt Gray.
No, you somehow are involved in this.
I worked on Ranger Dave's Jeep
Okay.
and got the sailboat for that.
Okay.
I built him bumpers and regeared his Jeep front and rear.
Okay.
And then he traded me the
So-
Catalina sailboat.
Okay. So how did the Hurricane come into play?
Matt Gray he was into the crotch rockets and stuff.
And you had the Hurricane? You
No,
had a Hurricane.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I had a black one. You had a white one. Before they were called,
ebony and ivory of you guys.
Right?
they were just called Hurricanes then.
Amos
before,
and Andrew or whatever.
before they turned into CBRs.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Ranger Dave had the sailboat before you got it from him?
Right. Yeah, he was living on it.
Yeah.
At the time.
Okay, you got any Ranger Dave stories?
Wait a minute. So you owned it after he sunk it?
No. He didn't sink it.
Yes, he did.
Then he fucking gave me somebody else's boat that I used to hang out on the weekends. Maybe he sunk it after that.
I think
don't
your
know.
timeline's fucked up.
Yeah, your timeline might be a little tweaked.
Well, it did take a hit on the head.
Yeah,
so
you
it
did.
could be.
Yeah, I think your timeline's a little off.
All right.
Okay, give us a Ranger Dave story.
Ranger Dave taking groceries out to his boat. So the boat was on a
Was there a girl involved?
Ranger Dave. No,
Okay.
Ranger Dave. I mean, the boat was on a mooring. It wasn't like at the marina or anything.
Right. It was in the San Diego Bay.
Across
Right.
from the airport.
Across from the airport.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it was like one of the most distant ones. Or whatever,
Yeah, of course it was. He probably put his own block down there. It wasn't even a real one.
Right. So yeah, just him loading his groceries and shit up in his little kayak, and then swimming the kayak out there because there wasn't any room left for him in it. You know, just shit like that. I mean, Ranger Dave riding around with him with the comm gear on in the Jeep or whatever, and
Not comm gear. It was fucking full like flight deck helmet.
Right,
With,
that's
with
like
comms and a
Ukrainian
respirator.
and yeah. Ranger Dave's off the hook. That guy was off the hook. He was always doing something different.
Did you ever fly with him?
No. What's that like?
I would imagine it's very frightening.
I didn't even know he flew. He's a pilot?
He's an instructor. He's a helicopter instructor.
No shit.
Yes.
That's scary.
Ranger Dave decided he wanted to be a
Is
cowboy.
it his Jeep? Did he put a rotor on
No.
or something?
No, he has a like a Toyota Land Cruiser now.
Okay.
It looks just like the Jeep, but way cooler.
Okay.
And then he's got a big giant RV that matches it.
Kind of like
like taps,
the parents,
like stripes,
Fockers. Yeah.
like stripes.
Okay,
It's got a fucking weapons cage and shit in it. He decided he wanted to be a cowboy, so he goes to I don't know, Wyoming or somewhere, learns how to break horses, lives on this dude's ranch, makes all his shit by hand, makes the blanket, makes the saddle, fucking makes all the reins.
Really?
And then rides off into the wilderness for 6 months and just lives like Louis L'Amour.
See, last time I thought he was down in Florida still.
Oh no, he probably it's all of this. It's all fucking. Where's the last time you knew he was?
Oregon.
What the fuck's he doing in Oregon?
Well, the last time I heard that he was in Oregon and he was going to be a not a park ranger, but a
Game warden or something?
like a game warden up there. Yeah, that's the last I heard of him.
So you know he went in the Air Force
Right.
after all of everything,
Yeah, he
right?
was CCT, PJ, or
He was the
instructor,
fucking. He was the NCOIC for Combat Dive School,
Okay, yeah.
and then he was in the TV show
Surviving the Cut or
making the
whatever?
cut. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was drowning kids and shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy is, I like him. He's a lot of fun.
man, we said his name too many times. He'll be here tomorrow.
He probably already is here. He's in
That's
the park
probably
now.
him backing up that I'm hearing right now.
Beep, he's already
Dude,
here.
would that surprise you at fucking all if
No,
we walked out there and Dave's out there?
No, not at all.
So he comes in here and he's like, we probably should secure this place. I'm like, okay. He's like, I need 80 rolls of concertina wire. I'm like, okay, where do I get that
Amazon.
from? So we look at Amazon. But when you read the Amazon shit, it's 20-foot rolls. But that's if you stretch it all the way. It's only deployable
not.
for like 6 feet or something. So we find all these fucking pallets. And I'm like, Dave leaves, right? So he's taken all my locks and programmed them all. And I'm like, hey, Dave, what's the combination to all of my locks? So I'm going through the woods and I find fucking chains just chained up between trees and shit where you could, people can't insert in here or egress out of here. And I still find fucking stuff that Dave has put out in the woods and shit. He had a chain that was going to block off the whole fucking driveway, and he had it trenched. He had to let Doug like this little trench in there, set it in there, and then put gravel over it. So you just see this trench
Pops up
attached to a phone pole, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I pull it up and it goes all the way across the driveway and shit.
That's Ranger Dave.
Kind of like a cartoon or something pops up.
Yeah. He's like, we're gonna need 4,000 sandbags.
I'd like to be around that guy again.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, next time he comes out this way, let me know.
Well, you're gonna live
You
here,
never
so
know. Right. I'll just come down the street.
yeah, I'll have him stay at your house.
Perfect. He slept with me in the shop once, and
Tell us about that.
that's when we were
I've
working
heard
on
a
his
pretty
Jeep.
good. I've heard a pretty good sailboat story where somebody slept with Dave on the sailboat.
Let's hear about that.
Do you know it?
With Dwayne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
Oh,
about it. I've heard about it. Yeah, I've heard
Now
about it.
there's a dynamic duo right there on a sailboat.
Yeah.
Dave and Dwayne, D&D.
Yeah, I can't imagine spending a night on the sailboat with Dave. I can't even imagine sleeping in the same room with him. I can't. I can't imagine the.
You know he's got a Ranger roll in his back pocket, right?
I know that. Yeah, I know. He's got a goddamn isomat that's cut down to like 3 foot by 3. You only need it for 6 inches of your hip.
Nah. He actually, no bullshit. I saw a fucking Ranger roll that was cut out to the side profile.
Yeah, I know. That's
He
what I'm saying.
laid sideways and somebody traced him, so it just follows his body.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Doesn't surprise
Sleeps butt naked,
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
tits up, no blanket.
me. Yeah, that'd be Dave.
Nope.
It surprise me
That
at all.
would be Dave.
Yeah, Ranger Dave.
What's one of your craziest? I think, was he with us when we went and rappelled off the railroad bridge out by your mom's house?
Probably. I mean, we
think.
did that a lot.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. There was one time where you fucking like slack jumped it or something down, like, if I remember right, Aussie style or something.
Rich did that a lot.
Did he?
Yeah.
Gay Rich?
Little gay Rich, LGR.
Yeah. LGR. I can't believe when we saw him at SHOT Show.
Working for, who was he working for?
I don't know the company.
Huge
Yeah,
company.
it's a big company.
DynCorp or something. It's a huge company.
Yeah.
He's still around.
Yeah. I just hadn't seen him forever and everything, and I didn't know who he was until first. And you're like, hey, Gay Rich. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you now.
I'm like, how come your tag doesn't say it, Gay Rich?
Guys are so mean. You know, he's married to a Russian, right?
What?
He's married to a Russian.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Almost lost his security clearance over that. Yeah, true love, man. True love.
When did he get married? When he was still
Fuck,
in,
man.
or-
Yeah, it's
90?
been 20 years, probably 30 years, maybe even 30 years.
He has kids and shit. Think he's still married?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
When's the last time you heard from him?
Right when I left California, right when I left California, I was at Strider, and he showed up, and he's like, "Hey, I got all this shit you can't have in California anymore. Here you go." I'm like, well, since I'm going to the land of the free, I'll take it.
How did you meet him, anyways? Through
I don't know how I met Rich. He
'cause
just
he
showed
worked
up.
with the Dolphins and everything, right?
Yeah, he just showed up at my garage one day. It had to be from the gun shows.
Yeah.
Because he was good friends with the two Aisha brothers.
Yeah, well, I went to school with him.
So that was how I kind of met the SEALs, was from Rich. Like Rich was doing EOD stuff, and I had to have met him from the gun shows or something. And then he just kind of hung around a lot. Like not hung around, we hung out together. Like Rich was always cool though. Like I spent a lot of time with Rich.
Oh yeah. I like the stories about like the dolphins with the Nerf cones on their noses or whatever they tell you, and they come up and hit the divers or whatever when they're training down there.
So that's Mark 6, anti-swimmer dolphins. But they have it has its own orthodontic, right? So they actually mold off the teeth. It's got a bite piece, and they have this like big fucking fiberglass. It looks like a boxing glove almost. And they hit divers, like they break ribs and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been using those things back as early as Vietnam. Like the Russians had a huge program where they're using beluga whales and killer whales. And they had like even all the way back to Vietnam, those mouthpieces had like hypodermic syringes and fucking big quad edged knives and stuff. And they would just kill dudes in the water. They use them for patrolling around ships and stuff. So the Navy would deploy them any place they had ships in harbor so that you couldn't limpet mine the ships. But Rich has all kinds of stories about those dolphins. Like they'll try to kill you.
I think that'd be an interesting job.
Yeah,
Working
You
with
know,
them.
he
until it
hated
fucks you up.
He fucking hated him.
Did he?
Like he like to
He doesn't
again.
go, he's not going to SeaWorld anytime soon.
Again, he was young when he was doing the Dolphins. Like he was early in his Navy career, and fuck, I talked to him 15 years later about that shit, and he'd be like, "Fucking kill every one of them." He hated him. Fucking hated him. One of them tried to kill him.
Really?
Yeah. I can't
Grabbed
remember
him
what,
off- grabbed him
I
off the
can't remember
pier.
what he was doing, but he was in the water, and popped his fucking regulator out and pushed him all the way down to the bottom of the cage and held him there and was just like,
Oh shit.
and then
Yeah.
was
What
like,
do you do about
he was
that?
like he was like, yeah, I thought I was gonna die, and then the dolphin was like, I'll let you live, and got out. Yeah, he fucking hated those things.
Oh wow.
But what do you expect? I mean, we trained them to be fucking
Right?
goddamn sea terrorists.
Mongoloids.
So yeah, yeah, he hated those fucking things. Like I bet we could get a really heated. If he was here, we could get him heated about
About
those
it.
about
Pretty
those damn
passionate
dolphins.
about
Yeah,
how
he'd
bad they
get
were?
passionate about fucking hating those things. And I same thing. I was at the time. I thought, man, what a cool duty, right?
Right,
All you
I'm
got to do,
thinking-
throw a fucking couple mackerel in there and shit, and whatever. But no, he
Watch 'em.
fucking hated them. Yeah,
I liked Flipper growing up. I
Yeah.
used to watch that every day after school. I
He
mean,
fucking
not the
hated
same
him.
thing, huh?
SeaWorld has part of their park closed off. People fly drones, and they've got these lagoons in the back that still have dolphins in them. So people will call up like, hey, what are you doing about the dolphin? Why don't you let that dolphin go? What's going on back there? And there's drone video the whole time that they're calling. They just keep calling the park and calling the park and calling the park. And SeaWorld won't admit that they've got these fucking animals
They
back
just
there.
shut the park down, and they're
Part of it's still open. Like you'll never see fucking killer whales like we did. You'll never see an elephant in captivity again. Like kids now, they won't ever know anything about those animals.
they're just looking at chia pets.
I don't know what they're fucking. They're looking at their sister that looks like just like themselves, inbred. All right, you got anything actionable? Anything you want to add? Any hope now that you've really?
hope. There's always hope, guys. I hope that I'm completely wrong. I'm not trying to doomsay. I'm not trying to get anybody to join my Kool-Aid cult.
But
or
he is
anything like
working
that.
out 6 days a week and going
I
to
am.
ruck 10 miles a day.
Because why not? Why not be in shape? Why?
But why are you doing it?
So I'm prepared
For what?
for whatever.
It's not what you said yesterday.
No, I wasn't here yesterday.
Day before.
I'm preparing myself for whatever the world may have to throw at us. Right?
Yep.
It's better to be in a little
Ps.
bit of shape than not in shape. Plus, I have to fucking amass a small army to invade Alabama and make Alabama bend to my knee. So I need to be in shape for that.
Have you been back to Alabama?
No, I haven't.
Property's inexpensive.
Yeah. It's fucking hot down there.
Beautiful
It's about to get real hot down there. Real scorching hot. Like
why?
because it's Alabama.
Summertime.
Oh, because summer.
Yeah, summer's coming. It's gonna be fucking heated down there. Swamp. Yeah.
Got all the moss growing from the trees and
So
weeping willows.
I either have to have a spring offensive or a winter offensive. But it's looking like winter of 24 guys. So if you're willing to join the militia that's gonna
The old Farts Club or platoon brigade.
if you're willing to join the militia that's going to invade Alabama and make it bend to my will, then probably winter of 2024.
Have you talked about this on your YouTube channel?
I have not. No.
What's your YouTube channel?
Dog Kennel and Little Spoon.
Decals.
Decals?
Yeah, that's your YouTube. Decals. Decals. Dog Kennel and
Little Spoon. Yeah.
Decals.
It's mostly Little Spoon, but Dog Kennel and Little Spoon.
How many videos you got up there now?
I don't know.
1,000?
No, not 1,000.
Have you
Not
looked?
1,000. No, I haven't looked.
How do you know there's not 1,000?
Because I know there's not 1,000.
It might be.
Not 1,000. I had one hit 2 million views though.
Really?
Nice.
Was it 28 mags?
No, it was
420 rounds?
it's you can't believe how crazy people are getting about the LA riots.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Posse Comitatus. Oh, they were in violation of the blah blah blah. It's amazing how many
These are
armchair lawyers.
They're
that are out
lying. These aren't real
Yeah.
stories. Dudes are on there fighting
there.
who know the other dudes you're talking about. He's like, no, he told me the exact same story. And they're like going back and forth. Some of your subthreads have like 30 comments in
The
it.
crazy part is that the story that they're talking about is the guy that was killed in the car, right? That they shot up.
Yeah,
they
who are
killed
the
in
two
car.
dudes that were there? Ken?
Ken Stevenson was there. Yeah.
Yep.
Who else? I mean,
But they're talking
Hayes was
about, he's like, I know.
Travis was there.
I know Ken.
but they're talking about the crazy thing is they're
Talking
in
about
there.
some shit that was documented
They're
on the
in
news.
there arguing about it, and it literally was published in the paper.
Yes.
Like it was published in the paper. And so people are arguing about it. It's like, dude, if you spent less time being a total fucking
shit.
dickwad eating peanut butter sandwiches in your mom's basement, you would realize that story is legit. And it wasn't like I was like, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it. I wasn't even standing there when the guys did it. But I was standing there when the company gunny came and said, if they shoot one at you, you shoot 4 back. and that was, it's always like, oh, the National Guard, the big argument now is whether or not, Posse Comitatus, whether or not U.S. troops should have been used, or whether the Marine Corps should have been used in that application.
Worked.
Which again, though, is ignorant of the issue is
The Marine Corps.
all the troops, to include the National Guard, were federalized before we went in there. So even the National Guard was not working for the state of California anymore. It was working for the U.S. government under a combined U.S. Army command. So, because they brought, nobody ever talks about it, but they Fort Ord sent a bunch of troops down too. So you had, U.S. Army, U.S. Marine Corps, and National Guard troops patrolling Los Angeles. And never at any one time, even after it happened, was anybody talking about, the illegal use of powers. Bush signed an executive order in order to get us into L.A. So I don't know. It's just interesting how people will argue about things that are so easily, like it's just
research.
It's so easy to just push a button and go, oh, wait, shit. Okay. That did really happen. And, whatever.
Well, you got to keep in mind.
The only thing we did was eat a lot of food.
Most of the people arguing about it weren't even alive when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. It's true. That is true.
Before the internet.
Oh, yeah. It was before the internet.
Yeah, it was definitely before the internet. So I guess I could see how it'd be hard to research it, whether you just like to be down in the comments arguing. Me personally, I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand. Like, if
I got better things to do.
if you
than put my
said
energy there.
if you said something in a video that I was like, Lance doesn't know what he's talking about. I certainly wouldn't spend 4 hours arguing with a bunch of people who really don't know what they're talking about
Right.
in the comments. I wouldn't be down there in the comments going, And the only reason I've answered a couple of them, but the only reason I've even answered them is not because they come up, not because I'm looking at the comments, but when I look at my statistics. So when I look at the page that shows how many viewers and stuff like that, the top comments will be up there. And so, when somebody says you're a fucking baby killer, I got to be like, well, we didn't really kill any babies. So,
yeah,
but outside of that, I'm not looking in the comments because if you know me, if you know me, then you're going to be the one that's going to be like, bro, that didn't really happen, right? And I don't ever get accused. I'm not saying one way or the other, but I don't ever get accused of not telling the story the way I perceive the story. I don't ever get accused of like making the fish bigger than it really is.
Right.
Usually what happens, it's been happening a lot lately because someone sits in a tractor all day listening to a podcast. Usually what happens is I'll tell a story about the good old days.
And you totally downplayed it.
And then my fucking partner will be like, dude, you forgot about the weasel. Remember? We had the weasel? I'm like, I did forget about the weasel. Like it's usually there's a part of the story that's even more outrageous that I am not telling everybody. And then one of the guys from the old platoon will be like, "Hey man, I wasn't," they'll tell me some shit where I'm like, "Man, I totally forgot about that."
Oh yeah,
right. It's never anybody calling me out and going, "Bro, we didn't do that. That didn't happen this way," or blah blah. It's always a piece of the pie that I have forgotten over the years where I'm like, "Oh shit, I totally forgot about that. I forgot about having that fucking Army colonel come up and yell at me because I was pointing my sniper rifle at him." I totally forgot about that.
What happened?
Go into that, please.
So we're in. We're in Tustin, right?
Okay.
We're in Tustin
At the hangars?
No, we weren't.
blimp hangars?
We were in Tustin at the blimp hangars, and then they moved us into they moved us into a spot in Redondo Beach, and we were at a car dealership. Because it was the biggest parking lot, because we had LAVs, there was an infantry, it was a whole Marine Corps infantry battalion. And for some reason there was it was like an 8 or 9 story building. And again, fucking snipers, for some reason, we get there and they're like, "Hey, snipers, go get up on the building." So we're all up on the roof. The whole platoon's up on the roof. And
like the Koreans?
Yeah, just like roof Koreans, except with sniper rifles. And I'm using my sniper rifle to look, right? To look. And so we're just we're doing the thing. We're doing what snipers are supposed to do. And again, it's all Marines. Now, I don't know that the Army has been also I don't know that they've sent a battalion from Fort Ord down there. And this dude comes in the parking lot, and and he has, you know how they cut their camis up and put it all in their helmets.
Yeah.
So in that time frame, the Army was doing this thing where they were putting the ghillie suit on their helmets, right? Yeah. And so he's got this ghillie helmet. You didn't teach your guys that? The Marine Corps used to be cool, John. At that point in time, we weren't wearing fucking helmets. We were fucking wearing booty covers.
Exactly.
And so he's walking through the parking lot, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty interesting. So I'm just looking at him. I'm checking out his helmet and shit. And I'm like, I bet he's a Ranger and shit. I'm like, yeah, it's got to be a Ranger and shit. And I'm watching him and shit. And he gets halfway across the parking lot, stops, and I see him looking up, and we're making eye contact. Now I'm up high, right? And so we're making eye contact. And
where was your crosshairs?
Right on his head.
On his eyeball.
I mean, I was looking at him, what's up? Because what most people don't know is the Unertal scope is also an observation device. Yes. It is not just a weapon system. So
2 is 1, 1 is 9.
Yeah. So he goes inside the building, and I don't think anything of it, right? I don't think anything of it. He goes inside the building, and then like 15 minutes later, here he comes screaming, "Who the fuck was aiming their gun at my fucking head?" And he's just going off. And I'm like, corporal at the time, maybe. Like I think I was a corporal. I think because was this post Mogadishu?
I think it was PFC Muckatel.
Yeah, and so, well, I'm standing there holding the M40 and shit. I'm like, when he was yelling about it, I kind of didn't get it. Like I was like, it was me. What's the issue here? What's the issue here? And so he's yelling, and we had a pretty decent platoon sergeant, and platoon sergeant comes up and he's like, what the fuck is going on? Why are you yelling at? And he's like, he's giving the 4 safety rules and shit, all that shit. And, I'm like, I was just looking, and anyways, it gets to the point where I got to go down to the battalion commander and explain. Now, here's the crazy part. The crazy part is this. It was 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
I think I fucked this up last time and said 3-4, but I believe it was 3-1.
LA?
Yeah, it was chopped. 3-1 was chopped.
That's where I was at.
Were you there?
I was heavy guns, 3-1.
So we were there at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
You were in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
So
we got, I think the day I did the Seabag drag from SOI.
Really?
Fucking Humvees were all on the parade deck and everything. And
oh, that's fucking awesome.
Did you guys get any shit?
No.
Nothing?
No.
So
did you get bullets?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they issued everything.
Yeah. So we go fuck. Anyways, so it's 3-1. It's 3-1, right?
Commander, yeah.
Wait, but it's 3-1.
Right.
I'm 1-9.
Yeah.
They chopped just the staple platoon to go and support to augment 3-1 snipers, right?
Sure.
And so they've got me in front of your battalion commander, and he's like,
he was a big motherfucker.
yeah, he's like, I don't understand. He goes like, I don't understand what's going on here. And I'm like, I was using my urinal scope in order to, look for the bad guys and shit. And he's like, I still don't understand what's going on in this, this army. I think he was a lieutenant colonel. He's just, you can't be pointing rifles at people and flag me and all. He's just going off, and he's like, I think the colonel was like, is there a rifle involved here? And I go, well, the inertal scope is on top of the M40, sir. And so, right. I'm doing my shit, right? And I got to hand it to him. He was just like, all right, don't do that again, and we'll handle this. And the army guy was definitely upset that I wasn't like, being court-martialed or some shit. And, shooed me away and shit. But yeah, getting my ass chewed for flagging a lieutenant colonel in the army. I thought he was a ranger. I was just seeing if he was tabbed out. But that's fucking cool that you were there at the same time.
Yeah.
Nobody got any shit. Like when we showed up, everything stopped, because the thing that most people, well, I don't want to say most people don't understand, is they literally were putting us on every street corner, right? So 19 Stay had, I think we had 6 blocks. So Firestone and Alameda was the corner that I was on, and the Weatherby Gun Shop is just down the street from there, right? But all the way down was the rest of the platoon, right? Every corner, there was 4 of us on each corner. They did that everywhere in LA. And so the people, the thing that allowed is every high risk warrant that the LAPD or any of them, South El Monte, if they had a high risk warrant that was sitting on the table somewhere, they were fucking doing those. They did 9,000 in 2 weeks. They did 9,000 high risk warrants. So they were pulling everybody off the street. So it was one of those things that where, like, if you were a bad guy, right, the best thing you could do was tell everybody to be like, hey man, calm the fuck down. We don't need any more Nikes. We need these motherfuckers to leave because we were ruining business. It was just our presence that was ruining the business. It wasn't because we were out there fucking headbutting anybody or doing anything like that. They knew the rules. Like when we closed the street, nobody tried to get through our street. So it was, it wasn't some big fucking, it wasn't some big event, really. I mean, it was just me standing on a street corner for fucking 8 hours a day.
What do you think would happen if that duplicated today?
Again, small scale, we're more than capable, right? Small scale, we're more than capable.
But like if you tried that shit in El Cajon,
those
Iraqis that have IEDs out there.
No, it depends on why you're there. Okay, the difference
most of the population wanted you there.
Most of the
Right.
We'll say 98%, because Firestone and Alameda, Watson Compton is right across the street, right? So the projects are right across the street, but that's Southgate, the city of Southgate, and at the time, who knows what it is now, guys? That was fucking 90s. The city of Southgate was predominantly a upper class Mexican community, Hispanic community, and they fucking loved us. Like they put on a fucking spread every day of chow that was unbelievable. Like the gunny would literally come around and be like, these fucking girls have been working all day. Get your fucking ass out there and eat some shit. And you'd be like, I can't fucking eat because, all day.
I got to stand guard.
Yeah, the crazy thing is while you were on post, where we were at, because it was I believe the city is the El Monte PD and then Southgate. But where we were at, the area behind us was untouched, right? The riots had not moved to that side of the town. And so literally the cops would pull up and they'd be like, hey man, you hungry? You'd be like, I'm kind of hungry. It's like, oh, that's good. Because the fucking McDonald's down there are so happy that you're here that they gave us all this food. They opened the trunk and they'd have just a bunch of food and shit. And so you're all day, they're doing that. They're pulling up. They're like, you thirsty? And they were just doing that all day. So by the time it was time for us to fucking
eat your Mario.
By the time it was to go fucking rack out, you had been eating fucking for 8 hours. Right? They had one of the at our, because I was, I was a corporal. I think I was a corporal at the time, but I had it was me, Warden, a kid named Warden, got his first pair of shoes when he was in 8th grade, and Kirk, who probably was a member of the Ku Klux Klan. The three of us had Firestone and Alameda. That was our corner, and it was basically those were my two pigs, right? Mm-hmm. And so South El Monte cops pulled up and they're like, hey, remember that 7-Eleven? We're like, yeah. They gave us a 24-pack of beer, right? You guys want this beer? And I'm like, again, I was a corporal. I'm like,
E4 Mafia.
No, we're on post here. Shit, this is fucking post 1. We're not drinking on post 1 and shit, right? So I'm like, talk about that. And then he's like, oh, okay. So he leaves, right? And then the street down was Sergeant Dreher, and his street, just down is the next corner of Sergeant Dreher. And then we get back to the park where we were staying during the day when the streets weren't closed, and he's like, hey, did you guys get your beer? We drank all that shit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So, and then it was South El Monte. Those guys, those cops, you could tell that they never had, I imagine for the most part that being a police officer is very boring, especially maybe back then. And these dudes would roll up to our checkpoints with shotgun bandoliers, like
Three Amigos,
like Three Amigos style. They're like shotgun bandoliers, right? They would have they roll up and they had shotgun bandoliers. They get out of the car and they'd have an MP5. They'd have an MP5, and then they were always trying to get me to shoot. They were always trying to get me to shoot out a street light, like across the street. So we at that place, at that corner, it was 4 lanes of traffic.
The cops are trying to
at 4 lanes of traffic, and then there's street light on the other side. And they're like, they would come up and they'd be like, hey man, did you hit that street light with your sniper rifle? I'm like, yeah, that's easy. That's just right there. And he's like, go ahead and do it. And again, at that, if I had been a little, if I'd have been a little more rambunctious, I probably would have done. It's older.
Been the shitbird with the AT4.
Yeah, older. Well, no, older staff sergeant Escalderon would have shot that fucking light out. But Corporal Escalderon was like, I'm responsible for every one of these bad bears. I can't just be letting them loose on street signs and shit like that, right?
Check them back.
Yeah, I gotta. And the crazy thing is all the ammo. So all the ammo that we had, we brought. Like when they
security rounds and
when
shit?
they said, hey, 1-9 snipers, you're going to 3-1, you're going with 3-1 to the show. We already had, like, we weren't. The crazy part is we were loaded like we were going to fucking, we were going to jump into Grenada,
Right.
and we weren't issued any of it.
Right.
Like 1-9
It's
didn't,
security
because that
rounds.
was like a Sunday. 1-9 wasn't like fucking, hey, here's some ammunition and shit.
Right.
And when we got to 3-1, they weren't giving us ammo either.
Yeah.
And so we're already like, blah, 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 all dressed for and ready to go. And when that gunny came and he's like, he goes, do you have any ammunition? And, Chris is like, oh yeah, we got all kinds of ammunition. And he's like, okay, well you can lock and load. And if they shoot one at you, you shoot 4 back. And Chris is like, the funny thing is Chris is like, you mean we weren't supposed to be loaded already? Like we're this fucking cowboys over there, fucking armed to the teeth. Like I had an M16, I had an M16A2, I had an M40 and a 9mm.
Damn,
right, I had all that.
yeah.
Like I'm standing on the street corner with an M40 slung, with an M16 and a fucking like I was getting ready to
You're fucking
repel
Call
the
of Duty ready to go.
repel the fucking Normandy invaders and shit. It was just.
Did they have
we were
Marines
ready.
on all 4 corners?
It was just the corners, so
Just the intersections?
It would just be the intersections going into Southgate.
Got it.
The key was to keep, because for whatever reason at that point, because we, the reality is when the Marines went there, we were kind of.
Did you guys have machine gun placements?
We were super
and
late.
Sandbags and shit?
No, they didn't. They didn't sandbag up, but they had machine guns because the guy that rammed through the guy that ran through Kilo Company's checkpoint, and then turned around and tried to run back through it. He was killed by a saw gunner. So they had, I don't know if, again, it was a long time ago, and we were kind of in our own world because we weren't really part of 3-1. I don't know if, well, you were heavy guns. Did you guys have places where they had like 50 cals and
we had 'em
240
mounted.
Gulfs out? Yeah.
Yeah, we had them. My ass got sore from the sling. Just
Sitting
sitting
in the
turret
sling,
and shit.
yeah. I mean, that's all we were. The reality is, I don't know how long we were on the street. I think we were on the street for 2 weeks. And it was just sundown to sun up, standing on a street corner going,
For the curfew and
this
shit.
fucking sucks. That's really all it was. I mean, we had a couple incidents where a kid in a VW Bug was going through it was the checkpoint down below mine. He was going through that checkpoint, and he had his girlfriend with him. And I am sure that the Marines at that checkpoint that Sergeant Dreyer and them, I am sure that they were like,
Drinking the...
looking in the car and maybe, I am sure that there was some inappropriate eye contact going on with the girl, and the dude, he speeds out of the checkpoint. So this is just close to curfew. Like he speeds out of the checkpoint and stops and then fucking chucks a bottle back at him, right? And then takes off, right? It's like, fuck you. Yeah, takes off. Well, unfortunately for that kid, like 2 seconds later, PD pulls up and they're like, hey, what's going on? It's like, the motherfucker just threw a bottle at us. And they're like, woo! They fucking got him and drug him back and made him apologize for throwing the bottle and shit. Yeah. Oh man. I mean, they were having I feel like the police in that area were having a good like every time they showed up, they were smiling and shit. They were like, this is the coolest shit ever. I can't believe
Our support tier.
Our support tier. We can do whatever we want. Like, and they knew everybody. Like when the girls would be walking down the street, they'd be like, "Oh, that's Mary. She works on this corner and this corner." And shit. Just it was
We've
hilarious.
arrested her before.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But I mean, it was an enjoyable time, right? It was.
Yeah.
I know everybody's gonna be like, all you armchair warriors gonna be like, Posse Coma taught us you can't use American. Well, it happens all
What
the time.
that should show you is that they will do it, whether you think it's
happens
going
all
to
the
be
time.
used against you. If it is advantageous to them, they will use that against you. You go into your fucking your county offices here and start some shit and it fucking bleeds into something else, they will fucking use force against your ass, whether it's legal or not.
Have you seen that? Anyway, so it happens all the time. And again, all your National Guard troops are federalized now anyway, so it kind of doesn't really matter.
You better build your killdozer.
Yeah. But like you said, like we were talking about before, a very localized event. So that was a very localized event, and so it was easy for a small contingency of military personnel to contain that area and close it off, so that law enforcement can do the things that law enforcement wanted to do that they weren't able to do before. But when you're talking about a large event, if you're talking about, like, even if you think about Los Angeles, we weren't everywhere in Los Angeles. It was very local. We were around a certain area and a certain group of people that were doing things. So it was very local. If we would have had to, if they would have been like secure Los Angeles, we'd have had to send a fucking division up there. Not a battalion.
Wait till they have some contagion break out someplace. They'll just Fay-bomb that motherfucker.
Maybe.
They'll be like, oh, gas leak. The whole city?
Mm-hmm. So that's again.
Try to cook it off.
I was just a 18-year-old corporal, or probably 20-ish corporal. I wasn't too concerned about posse coming. And they didn't, you know what? They followed the Constitution. They didn't quarter us in anybody's houses. Mm-hmm. They quartered us in the park. So I didn't get to sleep in nobody's house. So it was definitely constitutional.
Should have came across the border.
But I'm telling you, the ladies of Southgate would have loved to have some of us in their house. Yeah. I mean, the food they brought was just so, it was so good. And like they went all out. They put tables out in the park with fucking tablecloths and shit on them and shit. They went all out. It was definitely a good time. Anyways, that's my Los Angeles story. Sorry.
All right, you got anything to add to this?
No, I don't.
All right, we got to do Patreon.
Oh, we got to do Patreon. All right,
guys, that's Pulling This Red Podcast episode 64. We will see you guys next week. If you're Patreon, there'd be more for you, but
you're not.
Some of you guys aren't. So
well, you got the good stories already. Anyways.
From the bottom, they tore it down, I rebuilt it. I give myself a task, you can bet your ass I fulfill it. Yeah, man, I'm talking about Willis, one of the realest.